Well, I'll put you in a trance. Let's party. Boogie in your body. Work that body, work that body. Make sure you don't hurt nobody. I say, hey, 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 feel the fire with a burning desire. Yeah, get up off of that thing. Dance and shake and let's swing. Come on, go, let me rock the world. Well, I'll put you in a trance. Let's party. Boogie in your body. Work that body, work that body. Make sure you don't hurt nobody. I say, hey, 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 feel the fire with a burning desire. Yeah, get up off of that thing. Dance and shake and let's swing.
Hey, folks.
Come on, go, let me rock the world.
Let a little bit of a Persona 3 music play out a little bit. While I quickly pull up the one of the topics at hand. Alright. So, good morning. PS3 is just comparable anymore. I mean, I think FES is still pretty solid. I would like at least a newer version of that. So, we're gonna do a little housekeeping before we get a little deeper into the stream. Assuming I can be heard, I can. So, a couple things, really quick. I'm gonna be streaming The Last of Us 2 this weekend to mock it. And really quickly. Have a right window capture going? I do not. Hang on. Hold up. Okay. This is right. Sweet. I am kind of mean. Not much, Dresh. We just started. Really quick, but yeah, I'm gonna be streaming, not Persona. The Last of Us 2, I'm going to be renting it from a local place. I basically have to snipe it from everybody else. But I'm going to stream it later on in the day, Friday, and I'm going to keep going to the end. Because I'm not excited for it. I've seen some things. 2, I figure we'll talk about Only Use Me Blade and his current health situation before we get deeper into the news story aspect of the stream. This afternoon, did I sleep all day? No, I worked, and then I came home, I gathered up some topics, and I got something to eat. That's been my day. My day starts at about 3:30 a.m. each morning now, so this shit's all a little fucked. But I figure we'll start with Blade. So yes. This is Blade's teeth situation. And as you can tell, they aren't looking very good. Is that... Is it not... Hold up. Hang on here. Is it not... Okay, there we go. It took so fucking long to actually get that working. So yes, that is Blade's teeth. That's his front teeth. You can smell the fucking... Yeah. Apparently he's sober now. We've got, here we go. We got this clip here. Okay, maybe I have to...
Everybody!
Thank you.
Wrong stream, where's Blade?
What's that? That's awesome, man. Thank you for the 15.
Oh, the stream paused on its own. Oh. Blade, no.
If this was fire sales, I would have took a double for you, but obviously I can't do that. But I can hype you up. I can say donation hype in the chat.
What do you do, Smoker? He doesn't take care of himself. Also, I'm glad this is zoomed in. You don't want to see at least a stuffed up leg hole. I got a leg hole update. I wish we were just smoking crack. Okay, hang on. What the fuck is up with Streamlabs today? Hang on. Or Streamlabs OBS, I should say. Hang on here. There we go. Why is it? Okay. No. Match title, otherwise find window of same executable. How the fuck do you not just work? Okay. So one, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. And then there's his toes, which we've all seen his toes. He ain't purty. Gonna warn you now. I'm calling out didn't feel. I mean, I'm pretty sure I feel that. But as I'm scrolling down, I'm gonna warn you. Don't want to see it. Look away. Look away now. That is a hole plugged up. Ooh, girl. So there is something stuffed in where a hole is. Because I've seen the hole. I've seen the hole. And there's his toes and it's some gross shit. But that is the oh no, I didn't want to go full screen on this. No. This may as well. Hang on here. I am just boomering shit up today. Hold up. Chat, it wouldn't be a stream of mine if I didn't fuck something up drastically. Alright. Oni-chan. Me? I can't. Yeah, so... Yep, that's the Blade leg update. Okay, we're gonna go to... Let's go to a least depressing story out of all these. Yeah, fuck it. We'll talk about this. I have to automatically refresh it because for some reason Streamlabs OBS is just shitting the bed today. Twitch, this was I guess this is last month, but I hadn't seen it until today. So I figured I would talk about this because fuck it. I've got an opinion on it. You came into me talking about only use me Blade's mistakes. That is his existence. But we're gonna move on. So this was on May 8th, 2020. This is Twitch is cracking down on simp emotes over harassment fears. How many tabs do I have open? Well, okay, on this one... Jesus Christ, I did it again. Did it? Fuck again. Hang on. I have to restream chat. Anytime you hit F11, it wants to go full screen. This one I got a lot of tabs on, and then on monitor 2 I've got a lot of tabs. We're good. Any news about Deer Person? I don't have any new news about the Deer Person. I saw like a tweet thing, but I wouldn't necessarily claim it worthy as news. Say I love you working with topics aren't pleasant. Thank you. Speaking of, there should be a new Nick Bates video soon. So yeah, Twitch has been which one? Simp has existed for a very, very long time, and the fact that they're wanting to ban it, that term has existed for decades. How many tabs have I had open for a project? Oh god. I think for the what video was it? There's been a few where I've had about 100 tabs open where I'm just like kind of going through and catching all that. But yeah, no, calling the term simp targeted harassment. Yeah, yeah. Bedmeister's simp emote was pretty good. Yeah, okay, so here we go. The term simp is a long and pernicious history, originating in AAV in the 90s, only to get appropriated in the 2000s by online misogynists. He used to refer to men who submit themselves to women to gain their attention, usually in pursuit of sex. Wasn't that the term in AAV? Suckers. I forgot the term, it was like suckers in mediocre pussy or something like that. For instance, filtered up to the meme culture of sites like TikTok and Twitch, or as platforms vernaculars and serving as an openly thirsty version of standing. Okay. I don't see why the term simp was, I don't see it as harassment. Yeah, some people use the word pridefully, people legitimately, unironically adore. You hear about the whole debacle after monetizing the outlet? I haven't heard about that. I need to look into that. But yeah, no, how do I word this? Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to have simp memes. Emo was mainly a joke in my community, so I'm a cash money. Yeah, joke. His emote was even more in-jokey, referencing a relationship with his fiance. I'm a simp for my own fiance, so it's an inside joke in my community. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's fucking annoying. I don't have too much to say other than what. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Fuck it. We are just doing display capture. I'm not even putting up with the bullshit. I'm tired. Okay. Window capture has always worked. Don't know why it's not working here, but it's working here. Fuck it. I don't. It's a whole Karen is his best N-word debate. A sucker idolizing mediocre pussy. There we go. Sucker idolizing mediocre pussy. The term has stayed consistent with its meaning. It has just moved into different communities over the years. The fact that that's a thing, I don't think is a bad thing. I don't have a problem with simps or just thirsty dudes throwing our money away for nothing. Yeah. Look, here's the thing. If a guy wants to throw his money at a woman on Twitch, at a woman on YouTube, at a woman on anything, honestly, right? They're not going to stop by calling them a simp. Those people are going to throw that money no matter what. And you know what? Good for them. They have that kind of money to throw, that's fine. I can't judge them too much. I throw money at some of my favorite content creators. But I don't know how to describe it other than... How do I word this? Like, one, guys shouldn't, throw money at people you like and people you enjoy watching. Don't just throw it because they're a girl, because that's, one, you're not going to get anywhere. 90% of these girls, no offense to you guys, are the moment they're off stream, they will never, ever remember your name. Unless, you actually are entertaining or you provide something. Don't just don't lust after e-girls unless, you actually have a rapport with them, you talk with them, you actually know them. Donating money is not a good way to get someone to know you. Well, I mean, okay. Well, you know what I mean, as in, how do I word this? It's not going to... What's the word I'm looking for? It's not good in the long term. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of e-girls right now, Snake. Don't worry. I see regulars. I talk with regulars, but I don't think that donating hundreds of thousands of dollars. $20,000 to me, I don't know anyone, just saying. He thought Nutty Girl. I mean, yeah. Twitch going after a simp emote is really dumb, I think. And I just, I think it's really dumb to go after an emote. And yeah, like this says here, Twitch is inconsistently applying its rules again, just like it does with dress code policy, body painting, breastfeeding, hateful speech, and other issues asides. As a girl, if someone donated a lot of money just to get laid, creep down and refund that shit back. I mean, Spice with $2.79 Canadian. Do I matter now, senpai? You guys matter. All of you matter. I respect the money. Thank you. Oh, shit, let me just really quickly. I want to read these 3 articles because I had not seen these 3 articles, and I figure, fuck it. If I'm giving Kotaku money, I'm getting something out of it. Very chill and fun to talk to me. I'm not a weirdo who donates $400 to them and expects sex. As long as you guys are normal, as long as you people are normal and just enjoy, enjoy streamers, have fun, shoot the shit. But if you're gonna donate that kind of money and expect, like nudes or sex or anything, you've got a complex, people. Stop it. So, yeah, Gearbox is suing Apogee Software for a breach of contract in regard to the ownership of a Duke Nukem franchise. So, yeah, Spectrum Grammy, if you want to know anything you thought, true. Yeah, I feel it. Don't get me wrong. I feel that. But, don't, I go for at least $500. I go for about, $700. I need a new computer. I am a whore, okay? I am a whore. But no, it's just, treat people like people, just actually interact with people and just be normal. There's a lot of streamers I interact with, some that I super chat all the fucking time, like Augie RFC. I don't understand how people can just do that and expect more. Watch I get clipped. I'll say it many times. To any sponsors, if the money's there, I don't care. I will say the most horrific shit if you want to sponsor me. Please sponsor me, NordVPN. No, I mean, in all seriousness, this stream is falling apart fast. According to Digital Trends, Gearbox is supposed to obtain Duke Nukem free and clear of any copyright infringement when it bought the franchise from Apogee Software in 2010. But a recent lawsuit brought against Gearbox by original composer Bobby Prince after the release of Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary Tour, but there are still unresolved liabilities. Gearbox CEO Randy... what's the word I'm looking for? Randy Watcher Squirt in Medieval Times Pitchford told Digital Trends his company was forced to file this latest complaint after Apogee failed to settle with Prince and denied a request that would have absolved Gearbox of responsibility. Would you like to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? You've played Raid Shadow Legends. I have played it. That's more than some people who have been sponsored by it. I know. I have talked to people who've been sponsored by it. Again, just saying. Please raid. Minx and reviewers chat constantly insulting shit talks about. Exactly. When it comes to Legacy Gearbox, Duke Nukem is right up there with Half-Life and Doom, which way it pushed the first-person shooter genre forward in its time. Duke 3D, for all the outdated humor and attitudes, finally remembered one of the greatest first-person shooters of the 90s. Sadly, that legacy now revolves around litigious pod shots and 2011's Duke Nukem Forever. Wade Shadow Legends. I'm not going to read most of this article. Here's the thing. I don't like that Gearbox, of all people, owns Duke Nukem. I wish they'd sell it to anybody. Duke Nukem Forever is a fun idea, but it's messy. It's broken. Duke Nukem 3D is a fun romp that not a lot of games have played. Not a lot of games that now have. You know what I mean? It's great. I really wish Gearbox didn't fucking own it. The 20th Anniversary World Tour Edition of Duke 3D, don't buy. Seriously, don't buy it. Torrent it, rip it, whatever. Don't give them money. Not give Gearbox money. I'll say that to Randy Pitchford's face. I torrented it on the Vita. Fuck him. Sorry. Let's go to this next topic really quick. Girls use a lot of filters and makeup. To be fair, it's 90% of people, though, on shit like Instagram and all that. Okay, if Duke Nukem, but just for a while. Forever is... How do I word this? It's really nice to see a game that should have released in 2004, released in 2011. Even in 2014, I would have been dated. Hey, Spooky. How you doing? Hello, friends. This video's fun. Oh, God. That gave me a headache, Pumpkin. Okay. So, Ford is going to release a new Bronco on OJ's birthday. It is either brilliant or moronic or both. I love this. This headline is perfect. So, yeah. I like the Ford Bronco. My uncle had a Ford Bronco. One of the first cars I ever drove. They're literally releasing it on his fucking birthday. They're releasing a Bronco on OJ's birthday. How do you not know? I gotta give him props though for releasing it. Microsoft. Okay, that's not as important. Oh yeah, okay. This is a story that I saw before. Yeah, they're re-releasing the Ford Bronco on the birthday of Orenthal James Simpson, who famously, after murdering his wife and her lover, decided to go on a police chase in a white Bronco. Also, O.J. Simpson murdered his wife. I'm just saying that. That's not a secret. That's just a fact. This headline caught me off guard here. Man fined for animal cruelty and not wearing face mask after wrestling with a bear at Polish zoo. I'm gonna just play this in the background. So yeah, one, guy's not wearing a mask, and two, he's getting in a fight with a bear. Also, this video quality has to be a joke. Please, really 540p? You have modern cell phones. Come on, people. Okay, so this guy is now... He fell in here. This bear is just waiting for him to pop up so I can fuck him up. They clearly got the guy out. Oh, shit. Dude. Plot twist, it's Sangi versus... Oh, no, dude. So yes, a man has been fined with animal cruelty after he jumped into a bear enclosure at a Polish zoo and wrestled with one of the animals. The 23-year-old, who was thought to be drunk at the time, was filmed by baffled visitors to Warsaw Zoo, which had just reopened after Poland's coronavirus lockdown was eased. In the video, the unnamed man can be seen wandering around an artificial island while a large bear named Sabrina moves towards him. When the intruder spots the elderly ex-circus bear, he panics and throws himself into water surrounding the exhibit. First, he tries to swim away from Sabrina, but the animal trots after him and launches itself into the river as well. The trailer for Deep Blue Sea 3 was released today. Crowd watches zombie pair grapple and wrestle in the water for more than a minute. At one point, the man jumps onto the bear's back while tightly holding onto its ears. Eventually pushes the Bermudez creature away before desperately scrabbling out of the water and climbing to the top of the artificial island. Spokesman for Fuzhou explained the man was lucky only Sabrina was in the enclosure at the time. She's used to the presence of people, but did not expect a human attack. Old Bear, who was attacked by an adult man, physically came out of this event unscathed, but is very stressed. Had one of his whose younger and less docile pairs have been present, the intruder could have suffered serious injuries. He also was not wearing a face mask under Poland's COVID-19 regulations. He was sent to 20 hours per month community service and faces a fine between 1,000 and 6,000 euros. I hope that's euros. I don't. Look. European money is so weird to me. It's giving me Harambe vibes. How drunk was he to be like, yes, this is the best idea? Yeah, no, fuck that guy. Pounds? Okay, to be fair, this is like a UK paper, I believe. Yeah, co.uk. Alright. This is a story that blew up for a little bit. No Fox News. Fuck you. I don't want to listen to your video. Okay. Brothers allowed Black Widow to bite them, believing they turned into Spider-Man. Report. From what I remember from Spider-Man, one, it wasn't a Black Widow. And two, the spider was radiated. You gotta radiate that spider. Stick him in Chernobyl first. How about that? So, three young... I can't look at that image. 3 young Bolivian boys were hospitalized earlier this month. They were bitten by a Black Widow spider while tending goats in a small Bolivian village, report Monday said. Believing a bite from a spider would give him powers like comic book superhero Spider-Man. The boys aged 12, 10, and 8 from Chayanta, a town in the Andean region of Potosi, approached the spider on May 14th, poked her with a stick. Verligo Pietro, epidemiology chief of Bolivian Ministry of Health, toward Telemundo. Am I really that scared of spiders? Man, don't judge me. Don't judge me, okay? I don't not a fan of spiders. Not a personal fan of spiders. The first symptoms appeared within a few minutes. Mother rushed them to a local health center. Their health did not improve, and they were transferred to a hospital in the town of La Lagua. That's a hell of a name. The boys failed to improve overnight. They were taken to a children's hospital in La Paz with muscular pain, sweating, fever, and general tremors. Pietro explained. After administering a serum against bites, they improved till a discharge on May 20th, Telemundo reported. Black Widow is not usually aggressive. Okay, you do that, I remove your mod powers, Ian. I'm sorry, man. I don't roll with spiders. At that age, you don't really think too much about it can be. If this was 30 years ago, the venom would be fatal. But they've provided a lot of or at least would do a lot less. There's been a lot of advancements in the medical industry to get rid of certain ailments from smaller bugs. Oh, someone talked about hospital. Oh, we'll talk about hospital bills later. How old are these dudes again? They were age 12, 10, and 8. They were young. They're young kids. And young kids don't really think too much about... I'm just kidding, Yen. I'm just kidding, by the way. Yeah, they're young. They don't know much better, and I feel bad that it happened. But also, yeah, no, God, children, don't ever. I actually have an anecdote for this that I can bring up. That something related to my local area. I'm not gonna name names, obviously, to not dox myself. There was a kid that I knew when I was growing up. I knew his sister, and he would come into the restaurant my grandmother ran. And when he was about 5 or 6, I think. Oh, we'll say 5. We'll say 5. So when he was about 5, he got bit I think it was on the hand by a brown recluse spider. I don't know if you know what a brown recluse does to a human body. It's not pretty. Very not pretty. And for a few years, he had to get essentially, he had to go through a lot of plastic surgery on his hand to get to get it to a normal state. I've seen him in the last year or so. It looks normal, but for the longest time, it does rot the flesh. For the longest time, it was very hard to look at, which, as a kid, that can really fuck with you. I was about 8 or 9 at the time, so the kid, I think, like, he is now. I don't see him often, so, but he was looking normal, hand was looking fine. But yeah, no, I knew that kid growing up, and that made me terrified of spiders. Yep. I don't fuck with spiders. If I see one, I walk away. Unless it's in like a room or a shower, then fuck that. Yeah, Mother Nature's fucking horrifying. Oh, okay. We'll talk about Harvey Weinstein. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Hey, let's talk about something a little less horrifying, but also incredibly horrifying. Really quick, very off topic. How hard was it to read through some of Zeus Sadist chat for Cecil's video? Okay, so here's a little behind the scenes of YouTuberism. I was given the exact parts to read, but I'd already read those chats because I was looking into the Zeus Sadist when that shit was going on. But I read them in 4 different voices, and Cecil used one of the more normal voices I did, because I did a really dreamy. Yeah, I have to get into the kind of, like, do those kind of voices. I have to actually, like, read it. And just kind of, like, how do I word it? Like, I give that mindset of just, like, okay, weird voice, weird voice, weird voice. And then it works. But, yeah, no, all that shit was fucking horrifying to read. I don't like reading that shit. Brown recluses are, they're everywhere. They're, I believe, in at least the United States, Canada. So, I like making fun of Harvey Weinstein, one, because I thought he was a shitty film producer back in the day, and I always thought he was horribly overrated. And then, it turns out he was a creepy, weird, fucking rapist. So, I got to laugh at him even more. And then, which Cecil McFly, she's a really good YouTuber. She likes to catalog Onision. Kind of get a feel for the character. It's hard to read that shit, so I kind of have to put it in, like, a different context in my head. Okay. So this is gonna get a little gross. We just talked about spiders, and earlier we talked about Only Use Me Blade's horrifying rotting teeth. So we may as well talk about how Harvey Weinstein has gangrene of the crotch. Okay. Exclusive preview. The truth behind Harvey Weinstein's shocking deformity is laid bare as it's revealed the convicted rapist suffered from an acute infection of the genital region known as Fournier's gangrene. Buckle up. Buckle the fuck up. By the way, don't look into Fournier's gangrene. I was like, maybe I could show a photo of this. No. I could not literally show what this is. I will get fucking flagged down by YouTube. I hope he suffers with this shit. Don't look it up. Okay, so details of Harvey Weinstein's deformed genitals have been revealed. The physical oddity was first revealed in court during his rape trial. The condition has been identified as Fournier's gangrene, an acute infection of a genital region that diabetics and middle-aged men are prone to. Someone asked if I've seen Blue Waffle. Blue Waffle looks delicious compared to what this is. I'm serious. Okay. During the trial, naked photos of Weinstein were shown by the jury after rape victim Jessica Mann described her attacker's deformed body in testimony. Harvey Weinstein claims Mann claims that genitalia were physically deformed. Harvey Weinstein... Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what I'm telling you. Even by the standards of the often graphic trial, the evidence given by Harvey Weinstein's victim about his deformed genitalia was jaw-dropping. According to aspiring actress and accuser Jessica Mann, her first impression of a disgraced movie producer might be intersex. No, I'm serious, Nick. I'm serious. I warned you. You can't come back and bitch at me if you look at it. Indeed, he appeared so abnormal, scarred, and apparently without testes, that she felt compassion for the man on trial for sexually assaulting her. Yeah, bitch. I told you. Don't. Did you watch the poop video of Chaz? I have not, but I will check that out later tonight. Yeah, she felt compassion for him, and naked photographs of the fallen mogul were distributed among the jury rather than shown on a large screen, as Manhattan's Assistant District Attorney Joe Naluzzi did not want to humiliate. Oh, fuck him. Humiliate him. I told you. I warned you. I didn't say it for my health. So yes, so they didn't want to show him on a big screen. I don't know why. I'll watch it after this. How about that? Physical oddity damned him in court was in fact the result of a life-threatening infection with Saul Weinstein Mividanced out of St. Bart's shortly after Christmas 1999. According to a profile at the time, Harvey blamed something he ate, but for years after, the tracheotomy scar from a scary near-death experience was impossible to hide. You don't want to know, Yin. Just walk along. Just keep moving. He had been stricken with 40 years gangrene, acute infection of the genital region that diabetics and middle-aged men are prone to. Weinstein was both. Some patients require skin grafts, while extreme cases require an orectotomy, the removal of the testicles, as seems to be the case of Weinstein. Weinstein hit some sort of physical trauma at an unreleased public statement in 2017 when he attempted to explain away his anger and sex addiction by recounting all that he had been through physically. How the fuck do you use your genitalia after that? That's a great question. At the time he claimed, vets tell me I have PTSD. Regardless of the truth of that statement and an enduring and common side effect that seems to have affected Weinstein following the infection and numerous operations that saved him is erectile dysfunction. Author Phoebe Eaton revealed that one of the less savory jobs foisted upon Weinstein's hapless assistants was procuring Harvey's meds such as Caverject. Oh no. Oh, I don't like reading this. God, okay. Injected directly into the penis 5 to 20 minutes before intercourse. Caverject increases blood flow and can give a paraplegic with no function below the waist and erection. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's cool. I'm sorry, that's kind of a cool thing. I don't like that he used it. I don't like that he had it. That's actually pretty awesome. Okay. Okay, so this is just talking about his court sentence, 23 years so far, facing additional charges, bid to be released from prison due to COVID-19. Okay. Profile paints Weinstein as a fat and bullied kid of cystic acne who turned into a fat, bullying adult with a pockmarked face. He is described as one associate as an arrogant, ignorant asshole, frankly. His younger Bob is described as the kind of passive-aggressive version of the same. Questions remain over what Bob decided to set on his hands, whether he finally decided to help him push his brother off the ledge. Oh, the injected into a penis part, I don't like. The rest of it, it's fucking cool. Like, I like that idea, because, one, yeah, there are people, Fibro Zombie just said, yeah, some people genuinely have not been able to have sex in their life, and with this, that could help. It's small needle, very easy to... Oh, don't say that. Don't. So, yes, hopefully he has to suffer with all that shit. And hopefully his death is slow and fucking painful. Fuck you, Harvey Weinstein. You were a shitty film producer, and you're a shitty human being. Fuck you both. Fuck you both. Okay. So we're gonna get into a couple more depressing topics really quick. So this is... We'll just play the video. Fuck it.
Breaking news.
Breaking news first at 4. The district attorney's office says the father of 2 children who died after spending 5 hours in a hot truck yesterday has been released from jail. Good afternoon. I'm Ashley Esbicki.
I'm Brian Dorman. The district attorney's office released a statement saying surveillance video shows the children, 3-year-old Tegan, 4-year-old Ryan, getting into the truck on their own and not coming back out. DA's office now says no formal charges have been filed in this case.
Okay. So this was a headline I had heard about. We've got another similar topic to hot cars. But this one I heard about, and I saw people, I think it's on Twitter, when this happened. I had seen tweets about this, because I follow some people that are around the Oklahoma area. People were speculating this dad just left him in there, all that, and negligent and all that, which happens. It happens a lot. It happens more than you can ever imagine, and it's fucking horrifying. But people were demonizing this father who, I mean, that's the first thing you go to. People like, was it Chris Dunn? I want to say his name was Chris Dunn. What I'm looking for. Yeah, Chris Dunn. I'll say Chris Dunn. I think it's his name. It's the dude that one guy made a really good series on it. I wonder how... The question for me on this story is, why did the kids never come out? Like, why did they think this was a good idea? And what kept them in? There's another story, which actually really does fucking piss me off, and I have to find it. So some of these stories aren't good. Oh, here we go. This bitch. Let me see if I can find... Do we have a photo of her? That's not a photo of her. That's just a video. Okay. So, fuck it. They may have... Maybe the children... That's possible. This one... Oklahoma grandmother 50 is jailed for more than 17 years for leaving her 5-year-old grandson to die in a sweltering hot car while she was in a casino for 6 hours. Folks, I'm going to say this very nicely. What goes through someone's fucking head to not... Well, one, if you're going to play at a casino, why would you bring... What I'm looking for. Why would you bring a child there to the casino? Why not? It's incredibly cheaper and incredibly easier to have someone babysit a kid. You know how easy it is to hire a babysitter? Even a fucking weirdo. Don't, you know what I mean. Don't obviously let your kids go with a weirdo and a stranger. But it's so simple to just hire a babysitter. Facebook. Anything. This lady would not have to spend 17 years in jail because she's a goddamn moron. And she decided to leave her grandchild, this poor little kid, who 5 years old, in a car for 6 fucking hours while it was 90 degrees outside. And if you've ever been inside a car, 90 degrees becomes about 120. Depending on if you have leather seats or not, then it becomes 180. But yeah, no, let's read this here. Okay. Oklahoma grandmother has been sentenced to more than 17 years in prison for leaving her 5-year-old grandson in a hot car with no air conditioning while she was inside a casino for almost 6 hours. Alana Orr, a 50-year-old from Oklahoma City, sentenced to 210 months in a federal prison after she was charged of second-degree felony murder. She's also served to 3 years supervised release and will have to pay $3,877.31 in restitution for funeral expenses according to release from U.S. Attorney Tim Dowling. For an affidavit, Orr was caring for a young boy on June 21st, 2018. She went to the Kickapoo Casino in Hera, Oklahoma. She arrived at the casino approximately 1:23 p.m. and left the casino around 7:28. Grandson stayed inside the car while temperatures in the area reached a scorching 90 degrees. This stupid bitch. The grandmother is said to have called 911 around 15 minutes after leaving the casino. After the goddamn casino. And the affidavit states, Orr told authorities her grandson had choked and was not breathing. Hera police met the woman and attempted to resuscitate a child. Rigor mortis had already begun. Federal grand jury in Indian County found that Orr, who is a member of the Kickapoo tribe, caused the death of the child by willingly failing to provide adequate shelter and supervision while she was watching over a child. Because the defendant and the victim were Native Americans, the offense took place on tribal trust land. The case was subject to federal jurisdiction. She pled guilt on July 30th, 2019. Yeah. No, God. Here's my take on this. If you are that negligent, one, you were a mother. You had a child. That child had a child. You've raised a fucking kid. You have to know better. You have to know better. There is, one, a special place in hell for you. And two, honest to God, hopefully you get whatever the fuck comes to you in jail. I hope somebody finds out about it in her prison and beats the fucking shit out of her. It's not justice. It really isn't. However, what it is it's what she deserves. She deserves something fucking horrifying. That's not for... Okay. Tell you what, let's go to a story that will... We need a palate cleanser from this. We need a palate cleanser from this. Because I have some stories here that are just the worst when it comes to, like, the level of topic. I'm second old for trash like this. Fuck her. Fuck her. Hopefully she gets what he deserves. Yeah, she gets what she deserves. But here's a palate cleanser. Something to clean our palates. Ohio woman calls 911 saying her junk is on fire and needs a firefighter to put it out with his hose. Let this be another lesson. Never call 911 unless there's an actual emergency. An Ohio woman was inebriated and decided to call emergency services. When the dispatcher picked up, 50-year-old Katrina Morgan said that her junk was on fire and she needed a firefighter to use his hose to put it out. One, I don't think that, let me just say this. I don't think the term, my junk is on fire, is a good, I wouldn't want to go to a woman's house and said, oh, my junk is on fire. That's not really boding well for me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I wouldn't want what she's got if you catch my drift. And yeah, ugh. Of course, firefighters and police responded to the call and found no fire at Morgan's residence. Morgan then resisted arrest, and officers were forced to threaten her with a stun gun. Eventually, she was apprehended and being charged with felony counts of disrupting public service and misdemeanor charges of making false alarms and resisting arrest. How did they know about my Friday night? Yeah, folks. Here's the thing. One, don't call the police asking to fuck. Also, if you got burning in your crotch, maybe you got more problems. Gross. Okay, so let's... I'm literally trying to find a less depressing story here. Give me... Oh, here we go. Tell you what, we'll read an opinion piece, and I can talk about, let's talk about Ghostbusters 2016. So if you guys don't remember, it was more of a palate cleanser, okay? More of a palate cleanser. So yes, Ghostbusters 2016 was a film. I'm not gonna say it was good, bad, whatever. Whatever your opinions on it. What's the Kiwi Farms tabs? Oh, that's just me reading the Last of Us thread because I've been kind of laughing at it. And this one's just the homepage. So yes, Ghostbusters 2016. For some reason, it was a political statement to like or dislike this film. I don't like it. I saw it for $3 in the theater, and I wanted my money back. Also, hey, Hannah Park. I will read this topic, and I will give my opinion on it. Okay. Now, nearly 4 years later, the director is reflecting on why his Ghostbusters failed to impress, pointing the finger at the cultural and political upheaval surrounding the contentious 2016 presidential election. I think some really brilliant author needs to write a book about 2016 and how intertwined we were with Hillary Clinton and the anti-Hillary movement. Feig said on Jess Cagle's SiriusXM show Friday in reference to the film's release. Everyone was at a boiling point. I don't know if it was having an African-American president for 8 years that teed them up, but they were just ready to explode. I don't know what that shelf is. That shelf is kind of weird. Okay. Filmmaker also referenced Donald Trump's 2015 tirade against the Ghostbusters on Instagram, which the now president slammed the movie for having only women. By the time I announced I was going to do it, it started, Feig explained, referring to the internet backlash. First trailer came one of the most hated film trailers in YouTube history. Dislikes overwhelmingly outnumbering the likes. Some fans of Ivan Reitman's original Ghostbusters film series included the film himself. The director himself attributed backlash to nostalgia while others pointed towards sexism. Now here's the thing. I'm going to say this very nicely. I like the cast. Cast is great. I love Kristen Wiig. Melissa McCarthy is pretty good in some roles. In others, not really. What's her name? The chick who played Patty. Christ, I can't. Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones was fine in that movie. She was the best part of it. And then Kate McKinnon, I like in some things. I didn't like her in this film because, the film, the problem was not the cast. You could do a female-only Ghostbusters, and it can be great. The problem is, you need good writing. Ghostbusters 1, we're not going to talk too much about 2, because I don't like 2 very much. Ghostbusters 1, you could move any of those characters to different actors. Except for maybe Bill Murray. But all of those actors, all those characters are well-rounded characters. They could be any race, any creed, any gender. They're well-rounded, well-written. Fuck, Winston Zeddemore. The fact that he was an African-American man had nothing to do with his character. He was, like he said, does it pay? He doesn't believe in this science, he doesn't believe in this crap, but he's willing to work with these insane, crazy weapons because he's getting a paycheck. He wants money. Can you blame him? Egon Spengler. That whole character is just a neurotic, he's a neurotic mess. You've got, they're archetypes. They're not, it doesn't matter if they're men, it doesn't matter if they're women. They're archetypes. The fact that this movie's archetypes were generic comedy characters really hurt it. I think that the writing was really bad. They relied too much on improv. I think that if you were really going to do a reboot of Ghostbusters, you don't hire... And I like Paul Feig as a director. I will say that. I love Freaks and Geeks. I love his episodes of The Office he's done. I even like The Heat. I think it's a great movie. I don't think that you bring in, goofy haha improv guy to make your Ghostbusters film. you have characters and minorities, they should have something interesting about them besides their identity. Their identity can be a with a character, but it can't be only that. I agree. You have to have, like, I've said this before. I don't mind if you do gay, straight, whatever character you want to do. But you have to give them something more than just they are gay, they are straight, they are, whatever. You can't do that. You can't just make their sexuality the only archetype they have, because then it becomes unwatchable. I think the best example of that in the last few years was, God, what's the name of that fucking movie? Oh yeah, there's a film. It's I believe it's Tangerine. Really good film, really well made, and it's about a black transgender hooker, and it's also shot on a fucking iPhone. It's a good movie. I don't think you could compare Ghost. Okay, let me just keep reading this because I've got more to this. The fact there was so much controversy because we were women was surprising me. Wig later told the Los Angeles Times. Okay, Leslie Jones, who also starred in a movie, quit Twitter for a period to escape the racist and sexist attack she was getting on the platform following Ghostbusters' release. Which, by the way, Leslie Jones was the best part of that fucking movie. She was the only one who was like an actual character. She had in some moments, but she was the one that had most consistent writing. The trailers pulled the worst parts of her and decided to make those public. But yeah, I'm excited for Ghostbusters Afterlife. I think that is going to be just a really good thing. Yeah, but in this point here, I don't get why Paul Feig said this. It's crazy how people got nuts over women trying to be in power or be in positions they weren't normally in. He added the film's release, it was an ugly, ugly year. I'm gonna ask this. Ghostbusters was a product. Ghostbusters 2016 is literally a product. Why is that our who cares who plays in Ghostbusters 2016? Hey, Pies. One of my favorites, the best part is where she drags that other hooker for like 6 hours by her hair as they walk across the city. It's a good movie. I recommend it. Tangerine. Go watch that. Yeah, no, fuck Ghostbusters 2016. Okay. Chat, I'll give you a choice. Depressing or uplifting story. Yeah. Shit. If you want to go strong characters, Sarah Connor. Holy shit, Sarah Connor is fucking badass. I would give anything to, like, if I was in a situation I had to choose between the male Ghostbusters and Sarah Connor, I'm going Sarah Connor each time. That fucking woman could kick ass. Go with depressing first. Gross or depressed? Okay, I'm getting a lot of, Ripley. Strong female characters have existed for a very long time. Someone said okay, we'll go with depressing. This one, I saw this and I was like, oh, you're fucking kidding me. We're going really depressing here, folks. Berlin authorities placed children of pedophiles for 30 years. Here we go. The Kittler Project in West Berlin routinely placed homeless children of pedophile men, assuming they make for ideal foster parents. The study has found the practice went on for decades. I told you. I got depressing and I got uplifting. Starting with 1970s, psychology professor Helmut Kinter conducted his experiment. Homeless children in West Berlin were intentionally placed with pedophile men. These men would make especially loving foster parents, Kindler argued. I told you. Wasn't going to be a happy story. A study conducted by the University of Hildesheim found that authorities in Berlin condoned this practice for almost 30 years. The pedophile foster fathers even received a regular care allowance. Helmut Kimmler, 1928 to 2008, I have to wonder if this man was involved somehow in like a Waffen SS role. This sounds like the kind of shit that the fucking Nazis would have done. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Helmut Kindler, 1928 to 2008, was in a leading position at Berlin's Center for Educational Research. He was convinced that sexual contact between adults and children was harmless. Berlin's child welfare offices and the governing senate turned a blind eye or even approved of the placements. Several years ago, 2 victims came forward and told their story. Since then, the researchers at Hildesheim University have plowed through files and conducted interviews. What they found was a network across educational institutions, the State Youth Welfare Office, and the Berlin Senate in which pedophilia was accepted, supported, defended. Yeah, this sounds like the kind of shit that Adolf Hitler would have been like, yeah, alright, let's sign off on it. Not what we would consider a modern day fucking Germany. What the hell? Okay. Hitler himself was in regular contact with the children and their foster fathers. He was never prosecuted. By the time his victims came forward, statute of limitation for his actions had expired. This has also thus far prevented the victims from getting any compensation. The researchers found that several of the foster fathers were high-profile academics. They speak of a network that included high-ranking members of the Max Planck Institute, Berlin's Free University, and the notorious Odenwald School in Hesse, West Germany, which was the center of a major pedophilia scandal several years ago. It has since been closed down. Berlin Senator for Youth and Children, Sandra Shears, called the findings shocking and horrifying. First report on the Kindler experiment was published in 2016 by the University of Göttingen. The researchers say the Berlin Senate seemed to lack interest in finding out the truth. Now Berlin authorities have vowed to shed light on the matter. Yeah, no. See, what the fuck? Yeah, no, this is fucking horrifying. The fact that this many people allowed this kind of shit to happen, for this shit to go on for so fucking long. You have to look also at like oh yes, Europe. Europe was a bit of a mistake, guys. You gotta think like how many people kept someone like Jimmy Savile around. Just shit. Jimmy Savile was a big one who, until he finally passed away, all that shit didn't come to light. Because he had friends in very high places. And some of those people were people helping him out. Some of those people were helping his idea and helping him do these sick fucking things. I know okay, look. I'm just saying your guys' government. I'm not saying you guys. I like some of my European friends. But y'all's government is fucked. Ours is fucked too, but you don't hear the pedophile stories as much over here. You hear them over there. Truly, to be a little more serious on this, what the fuck? How does something like this last this long? Oh, hey, look, to be fair, I'm saying all governments are fucked. There's a lot of shit. True. Alright. I can't disagree with you on that. I want to go to, like, Australia, where the most fucked up thing they have are, like, giant spiders and kangaroos that are, like, the size of semis. You know what I mean? I want that. But yeah, no, the thing is, I hadn't heard this talked about by anybody. So when I saw this headline, I was like, I think I looked this up on YouTube. Let me, okay. How about this? I'm just pulling this up in a different tab. I also realized I was going to play with Devil May Cry 5 OST. Yeah, I had no other results looking for this on YouTube. One said lots of race Australians. Yes, there's also a lot of empty fields in Australia. I can move to a place where there's nobody for miles. Sounds wonderful. I guess we'll go to a slightly less depressing story before we dump into our next one. So have you guys seen 28 Days Later? Devil Trigger is a fucking banger, and I will not be silenced on it. So yes, coronavirus. Monkeys escape with COVID-19 samples after attacking lab assistant. Really quickly, let me pull up. Come on, monkey. You go here. I'd have a reason to have a monkey on the screen. So yes, one of the primates was reportedly later spotted up in a tree chewing one of the sample collection kits. I remember 28 Days Later. I remember what happens when you fuck with monkeys and they get around, horrifying virus. Also, yeah, Planet of the Apes, Night at the Museum. This is never a good idea, folks. Let's do one thing. Let's never let monkeys near viruses. It just sounds like a smart idea. I don't think. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, don't feed the monkeys while the pandemic continues. Point is, very little on standing. Okay, but yes. The first thing I heard when I saw this fucking headline was 28 Days Later, which I don't know how many of you have seen that movie. It's a great movie. But I feel like you can find some good content on TikTok. I am too old to figure. I have tried using TikTok. It is baffling to me. Okay. So, a gang of monkeys attacked a laboratory assistant and escaped with a batch of coronavirus blood test samples. Bizarre incident involved a troop of primates launched their assault near Meerut Medical College in Delhi, India. According to the local media, the animals then snatched COVID-19 blood test samples that had been taken from 3 patients. Until like 20. I am, but I've tried using that app, and it's just like, I don't know why my mind is mentally like, why are you using this? Why do you keep trying to use this? I can't do it. It's like French to me, man. But yes, the test samples from patients had to be taken again. The undamaged kits were later recovered. The superintendent Elliot Rodger told AFP, he's added they were still intact. We don't think there's any risk of contamination or spread. Buddy is not gone. I believe. Oh my god, let me see if he's still. Let me see if his channel is still up. How about that? Actually, I do want to talk about different tab. Come on, buddy. Tell me it's still up. Yeah, he's still doing shit. Like 200 viewers, but he's still doing shit. I should actually subscribe to him just so I could Alright, I'm gonna subscribe to him just so I get notifications every time he uploads. Yeah, he just does this to like nobody. I tell you what, let's have a little interesting cooking stream because why not? Cracked chicken. It is. It's him.
What's up,
Oh,
guys and gals of the Freak Show fam? It is your boy Freak Alpha here with another edition of Cook Like an Alpha. So you guys are probably wondering what we're gonna do today.
is there any comments? Crack is what you're on. Thought you were in jail.
We're gonna do crack chicken. It's a very simple recipe that you can put in the crock pot. Let it
Yeah, apparently
go,
he's an alpha,
do
folks.
some bacon.
If you ever feel bad about yourself,
fry it up
just
real
look at
quick.
this guy.
This is so easy to do. I promise.
I might do a follow-up video.
This is a recipe that
I
you
have
can
shot
do
out
a
feelers
lot
to do an
with
interview with him, and I never got a response back.
anything. You can put it on pasta, on a sandwich. It's a multi-use recipe, and this is really delicious. I found this recipe on the internet. I forgot the name of the website, but it's so good, guys. I know you guys will love it. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some chicken, get that defrosted. Then we've got our cream cheese and we got a ranch. This is going to be your base for everything. And we're going to put this all in the crock.
This is like, okay, I have to describe this. This is like binging with Babish if Babish decided to, like, make all the wrong choices in life.
For 6 hours. But I'm doing it high for 4. Once we get right here, we're going to take the
Oh,
chicken
no!
out, and we're
What
going to
the fuck is that? Oh, God. Looks congealed.
take it out and shred it with a fork. Very simple, very easy to do. Go ahead and be frying some bacon at this point.
Why a tripod?
Nice and crispy.
Fuck you.
From this point, you're going to go ahead and take the bacon. You're going to fry this off.
Okay. I don't know if it's his color settings on his camera. I don't know if it's maybe just me, but that looks oddly discolored. Right? I can't be the only one who looks at it and just I'm like, that doesn't look right.
Really nice.
What was that noise?
Take this towel, wrap it up like together, and you're gonna smash this bacon. Then once the bacon's done, you're gonna put it inside.
Oh no! Stop showing that.
Now from this point, we're gonna put some cheddar cheese. You're welcome to put some extra bacon on there for garnish.
Jesus
that
fuck!
Is your complete dish.
Oh.
Well, guys, I did not have a chance to video a bite because, oh my god, that did not last very long. I just
he didn't eat it
in my bowl.
He didn't eat it. He took one bite and he threw it up.
So good. Like I said, excuse me. It is.
Oh
Jesus! You can put on anything. Like I said, I did leftover vegetables. My parents, they did rice. You can do it over pasta. You can do it over a salad. Put it on a sandwich. You could really do a whole lot with this.
Jesus.
It's really easy to do. Like I said, the hardest part is shredding the chicken and doing the bacon. That's really the hardest part of this whole thing. Everything else is so easy to do.
What about making something that looks edible?
So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Oh, that's insulting Leslie Jordan.
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, dislike.
All the unique things that are there. If you want to support me on PayPal, the link is in that description as well.
Again,
bring you guys another video here soon, maybe next week. We'll see what happens. For those that are being quarantined at this time, wash your hands, wear a mask.
Okay, so all right. I have done a few of these things before, like the pizza. The pizza is embarrassing. Yeah, I downvoted it. I'm not okay. We're gonna watch this this campfire. Well, this taco cups.
What's up, guys?
Oh Jesus!
Fam, it is your boy, Freak.
Okay. Here's a few things really quick. I just wanna bring up. Guys, don't ever record at this angle, please.
Alpha coming here at you with another Cook Like an Alpha video. So today we're going to be doing taco cups. This is a low-carb keto idea that I found.
Oh yeah, also he's on a keto diet.
Allrecipes.com. I forgot, I don't have the link. But this is something that I'm going to try out. Something low carb, so you can still have tacos, but you don't have to worry about having all the carbs that you do.
Okay, I'm just skipping forward.
This is what's going to make your cups right here, or the base for your cups.
Where is teeth? That's a great question.
Go ahead and start burning up some hamburger meat with some onions and some
Oh, it's too much onions.
After about 6 minutes, this is what they should look like. Put them on a inverted muffin tin. So. Go ahead and drain all that fat off from the hamburger meat and do your taco seasoning, whatever you want to do. Then let these go ahead and cool and stretch those out.
I don't.
And we'll get ready. And here's our finished product right here.
Oh, that looks gross.
Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, hit that follow button and that subscribe so you don't miss anything that's coming your way. If you want to support me, I have PayPal. I will put the link in the description. If you haven't already done so, follow me on Instagram as well. Anything that might be posted there, guys. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay freaky, stay golden. Love you.
I'm just gonna say this very nicely. But Buddy Haynes, if you can somehow hear this, just give up. I don't say that to most people. But for you, just give up, dude. Just quit while you're not ahead. How about that? Where was I at? But I ended up talking about Buddy Haynes. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Fuck it. We're gonna go to a more depressing topic really quick. Okay. Fuck it. Where's that one Simpsons clip? Here we go.
I think Bart and Lisa are feeling a little upset right now.
You need to hide the monkey.
To say?
There sure is. Kids, you tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try. Right in the butt. That was great.
Yeah, no, some people should just never try. Okay, so we covered the Berlin pedophiles. Let's cover yeah, here we go. Fuck it. Let's cover this one. Okay. So, let me pull up chat again on my... Okay. You're welcome, Mocha. Alright. So, first aider caught with huge child porn library claims he wanted to be jailed and killed in first ever case of suicide by prison inmate. One, there's a lot of different things you can do to get killed by prisoners. Go start a rivalry with a different gang. How about that? I don't know, there's many different things you can do other than having a collection of child porn, you fucking weirdo. What is that that headline is accurate. He said he trawled dark web hoping to get caught, jailed, and killed by inmates. Fleet searches flat in Salford, Greater Manchester, and found 1,500 images. There's suicide by cop, there's suicide by train, plane, automobile, etc. Most of those are a little easier. Most of those you don't really have to do. Like, you don't have to torrent 1,500 images of child pornography. How about this? Walk in front of a train. It's simple. You're there, you're gone. No muss, no fuss, get it done. Why not do something more intriguing? Rob a bank. That's cool. Convenience store even. Something. Yeah, I don't really want to read too much of this because some of this shit is just gross as hell and it pisses me off. Here we go. Okay. He explains that in the throes of his deteriorating mental health, he wanted to commit suicide but lacked the courage to go through it himself. So in a logical manner, he thought if he downloaded material of this nature from the internet, he'd be in prison and face those in the prison system who do not look favorably upon those who commit such acts, and that harm would be done to him. He hoped this resulted in his death. It is extreme and bizarre, but it seems to be his way of thinking. Look, I'm just gonna say this very nicely. If you really want to do this kind of shit, just do yourself a favor. If this is the logic you're gonna go through, just jump in front of a train. If your idea of killing yourself involves you downloading child pornography, just I don't know how to describe it other than just jump in front of a train. That's simple, it's easy. Doesn't hurt a child. Doesn't your family will ask questions, but it'll be better for you in the long term. Just do that. I hope instead of somebody killing him in prison, they decide to make him 100% airtight. I want the biggest prisoners in every way possible, if you catch my drift here, to use him like a living fleshlight. Don't kill him. Make him suffer. How about that? How about that? Alright. Even Hannah Baker falls to herself. The only thing I know about 13 Reasons Why is the fact that I think in one of the episodes, a dude's broom handle jammed up his ass. Oh, this is a headline I remember. Hang on here. We're switching to this really quick. Hang on. I was angry and embarrassed. T.I.'s daughter, Deja Harris, breaks down in tears as she recalls her father's public revelation that he takes her to a doctor every year to check she's still a virgin. Yeah, no, I remember this. I remember the headline of T.I. saying that he took his daughter every year to a gynecologist to check if she was a virgin. There's also a redemption arc for a serial rapist. I'm gonna say this. I don't get that show. The idea is a mini series. She said, I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see I've been tagged in a post. The only word I saw was gynecologist. I didn't even need to read the whole title and I just knew. My heart sank. I was very shocked, hurt, angry, and embarrassed. Let me see if I can find... Okay, here we go. The 39-year-old said, I'm like, Deja, they want you to sign this so we can share information. Is there anything you wouldn't want me to know? See, Doc? No problem. And they come and say, well, I want you to know there have been other ways besides sex the hymen can be broken, like bike riding, athletics, horseback riding, and other forms of athletic physical activity. No, so I say, look, Doc, she don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bikes, she don't play no sports. Just check the hymen, please, and give me back my results expeditiously. Father 6 continued, I will say as of her 18th birthday, her hymen is still intact. Jesus, T.I., that's awkward as shit. They kept the scene after 2... They deleted the scene from the... Oh, that's fucking... I don't like Netflix doing that. If you're gonna shoot a scene, and you're gonna record it, leave it in the fucking show. You can't pull an audible in the last minute after it's been out for 2 years. Fuck that. Oh, that's fucked. Yeah, no, look, T.I., man. Your daughter's gonna have sex. Boys her age do it. Girls her age do it. Promote them wearing common condoms and shit. I tell you what, right? I tell you what. She is going to probably be she's probably doing anal because of this. She's probably doing a technicality. Talk about your streaming live? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. T.I., dude, don't do it. Don't. Stop. Just don't do it. This shit's fucking weird, man. Is there anything intriguing on the sidebar here? Making sure before we switch to the next topic that I got here. Oh. Okay. Alright, got nothing else here. God's loophole. Any father about obsessed with daughter's vision? Yeah. I don't remember what. Oh, yeah. There's which is using TikTok to cast spells supporting Black Lives Matter's protest. That's a weird one. Oh, no, not this one. Oh yeah, okay. This is just a weird story, right? I saw this headline. I was like, what? New York City is officially recommending glory holes for safe, socially distanced hookups. So yeah, safe sex guide put out by the city encourages people to take all possible precautions to prevent transmission of COVID-19 during sexual encounters. Among the advice included a guy's suggestion, make it a little kinky. Be creative with sexual positions and physical barriers, like walls that allow sexual content while preventing close face-to-face contact. It's official. Yeah. Keep your face mask on. No, I have never been to a glory hole. It doesn't seem like my cup of tea. Of a safer sexual activity, the guidance suggests masturbate together, use physical distance and face covering to reduce the risk. Time to get the drill out, boys. Yeah, look, I mean, hey, you know, if it's your cup of tea, it's your cup of tea. But it is now officially sanctioned in New York City. Up out the glory hole. I mean, I'm gonna say this honestly. Just if you're gonna have sex, be careful, be safe. That's what you should do in general. Always wear a condom if it's somebody you've never met. Just be safe, people. Be safe. If you're gonna get your dicky sticky, then just wear a condom, wear a mask. Some people that I've seen people sleep with wear gloves and a hazmat suit too. Yeah, no, just yeah. Okay, so this actually leads into another topic. I didn't exit out of it. Sweet. Okay. If you do have sex with others outside your household, this site has different colors for when you fucking okay. Yes, if you have sex with others outside your household, have as few partners as possible and pick partners you trust. What if you have a wife? Then you should still have a glory hole with her. Okay, this is a headline I saw also, and I was like, what? Then I say, doggy is technically the safest. We're talking about right now. We're talking about the sex part of the. Someone tell a police officer when he comes to knock my dick out of my mouth. The health department said it was okay. I'm just doing my duty for the country. Chicago drawing. I might have to take a look at that. Okay, so British Columbia, polyamory during a pandemic. It's complicated. With social circles tightened, people with multiple partners are forced to make difficult decisions. Read through this here. So in mid-May, Paula Hughes was ready to bring her boyfriend into her social bubble. 2 months of texting and taking walks 2 meters apart due to COVID-19 restrictions. She said had really, really sucked. But first, the 40-year-old bookkeeper had discussed her plans for a long-term partner, his spouse, and his spouse's who happens to be Hughes' soon-to-be ex-husband. What? Hang on. Let me roll this up here. Hang on. So Paula's long-term partner, his spouse, the spouse's partner, who happens to be Hughes' soon-to-be ex-husband. That's just too complicated for me. I respect people that can do polyamory. It is too. I'm a one-person kind of guy, but also like, how do you keep track of some of that, man? I don't get that. That seems complicated. I really needed a consensus. Hughes said the group acknowledged allowing her boyfriend in a bubble posed risk of infection, but given that he lived alone, made deemed any danger fairly small and acceptable. If any one person had been uncomfortable with it or said no, I don't like that idea, probably wouldn't be the end of it. It's about everybody. I mean, look, if people are into it, I can't blame them, but it's just... I'm not gonna crucify anybody that's into it. But I just... It seems too complicated for someone like... I could not be polyamorous. I'm one of those ones. I'm too... Like, when I'm with someone, I'm with them. It's not my cup of tea. I'm kind of reading into... Okay, relationship strainer. Kind of reminds me of elementary school. If someone ever told you you had to pick your top 4 friends, how difficult is that for a social situation, said Cora Blisker. People are having to make really hard decisions that don't necessarily represent where they are at emotionally. Their community felt isolated, living apart from some of their partners, or excluded if their partner chose to live with another person, Blisker said. Has been forced to live with one partner out of necessity. Okay. Let's go down here. Okay. During a pandemic, polyamorous people turned to online groups for support, driven by what they consider to be limited public health messaging. Okay. All right. Ninke Van Houten, a 45-year-old higher education instructor who is polyamorous, said she has found public health guidance unclear and largely focused on traditional households. BC Center for Disease Control says people should avoid close contact sex with anyone outside their home. Clear up some of the confusion. Van Houten organized an online session late May with Van Polly, a polyamory support group. A lot of things still remain somewhat a mystery, says Dr. Kiffer Card, a behavioral epidemiologist of the University of Victoria. A part of its restart plan, the province now allows social circles of 2 to 6 people, but people in those circles who aren't a part of the same household stay 2 meters apart. I mean, it's risky, especially if this, just because of how this works. You know what I mean? That's kind of true of a relationship. Okay. They agree to start seeing each other mid-June. Her other relationship, she decided, would need to be temporarily shelved. Her next step, the partner be deciding whether they can end up being intimate with people. Okay. This just seems like, with what's going on, especially, it would be hard to manage, I think. What have I missed? We were talking about polyamory and glory holes during the pandemic. Ooh, okay, hang on. Let's jump to a better story before we get into a depressing story. How about that? Well, let's jump back into a different topic here. Involuntary celibate man, 23, accidentally amputated his own hand, making a blame to hot cheerleaders. Cole Carini arrived at hospital on Tuesday with a missing hand, missing fingers on his other hand, and shrapnel wounds on his neck. Carini was subsequently interviewed by police who obtained a warrant to search his home after learning he previously had been convicted on an explosive charge. Investigators discovered tricetone triproxyride, a substance used in the creation of improvised explosive devices. Also found PVC pipes, pieces of loose wires, empty chemical containers, and a hot plate cooking surface in a shed belonging to his grandmother. FBI believes he may have been making explosives to blow up quote-unquote hot cheerleaders based on a letter they also discovered in his home. Oh, dude. Oh, he got himself fucked. God. How do you do this? How do you fuck up so... Okay, I'm not going to describe anything about how to make bombs, but I may or may not have made explosives back in the day to blow up, like, watermelons and shit, right? How do you fuck up so bad? One, you blow off your entire hand. How do you not take safety precautions? Okay. So, Cole Carini, 23 of Richlands, arrived at the Clinch Valley Medical Center on June 2nd with a missing hand and shrapnel wounds on his neck and throat. Several fingers on his other hand were also missing. He claimed the injuries were the result of a lawn mowing accident. Oh, dude. Also, yes, I know how to make explosives. I've been around because, I've seen shit on the internet, and I was like, hey, you can blow up shit. And I was a little too young to start blowing up shit. Never blew up my hand. Never did that. Not that dumb. So yes. Let's go down here. Investigators then decided to do a search of a shed of a neighboring property belonging to his grandmother. Inside, officers located PVC pipes, pieces of loose wire, empty chemical containers, and a hot plate cooking surface. Yeah, I'm probably on a watch list. I have... Okay, this will add to my watch list thing. I was on the time where the Anarchist Cookbook was posted on 4chan pretty often on certain boards. And it was the torrent board. Before you start... I'm only pulling up random shit, thank you, okay? Not like actual shit. I am not doing myself any favors. I'm gonna shut up and continue reading this article. On the floor of a shelf is a crumpled letter, part of which read, he casually walked through a shopping mall. His jacket concealed deadly objects. He was doing it and was assured it must be done. Even if he died, this statement was worth it. He had tension that would come and go as he approached the stage of hot cheerleaders. Oh no. Dude, what are you doing? What is this? I have a lot of $20 bills. Oh, gee, Cole, what are you doing? Look at his dumb little face. With his fucking 7 head. Is that Elliot? Say how much you feel about Elliot Rodgers. But Elliot Rodgers maybe could have gotten pussy if he wasn't so conceited. This dude has probably never seen a vagina. Okay. The letter continued, a dead seriousness sank in as he realized he was truly passing a point of no return. He decided, I will not back down, I will not be afraid of the consequences no matter what. I will be heroic, I will make a statement like Elliot Rodgers did, he thought to himself. Elliot Rodgers was a mass shooter, killed 6 people and injured 14 others during a rampage in Santa Barbara 2014. In a manifesto pinned before his death, he described himself as a kissless virgin who wanted to take his anger out on women. Elliot Cringe Rodgers. Rodger was dubbed an incel or involuntary celibate killer, according to the Daily Beast. Incel-related violence has been linked to at least 53 deaths in recent years. Other than that, okay. So, prototype was lawnmower incident. Grass in his yard was around 6 inches high. Yeah, no, God. Hey, Mook. Great, Alex just came out with a video on Elliot Rodger. See, look, I mean, my take on it is, guys like this don't understand that you're not becoming a hero, you're becoming a laughingstock. You're becoming something to mock. I find it incredibly easy to laugh at Elliot Rodger. I find it incredibly easy to laugh at this guy. This fucking dumbass thought he was going to be this, this grand hero, this genius, this edgy spree killer. Instead, he blew off his own goddamn hand. How do you blow off your own goddamn hand? The positive is he'll be giving stump jobs in prison for the rest of his life. The negative is he wasted good explosives. Yeah, no, dude. Here's a pro tip. Guys like this, if you didn't... Yeah, it's like Darth Through Basket just said. If you don't see women as other people, or if you don't see women as like objects or these like this otherism to them, you don't realize that we're all pretty much on the same level as a group. Individuals are all kind of higher on individual levels, but on an average, we're all kind of just fucking people. You don't otherize them, you'll be fine. You will live a happier life. Instead, you blew off your own goddamn hand, you moron. Yeah. Elliot Rodger, he should be a laughingstock. He really should be. Because All he did, he never got laid, and he's a corpse. He's a corpse who put out embarrassing videos, who ruined people's lives because he couldn't get some pussy. Fuck that. Buy a hooker. Sorry, rent a hooker. You know what the fuck I mean. Rent a hooker, kids. Rent a hooker. I just... If you're really that desperate for pussy that you're wanting to kill people, Craigslist. Craigslist. I remember they had hookers all over that fucking site. I really hope it's that hand that got blown off. I use logic towards women hating honest foods. You're making too much. I mean, hey. All right, we're gonna jump into a more depressing story. This is a funny story for me because he lost that hand. Where do we go from here? Tell you what, we'll go with this one. Go to U-Haul for hookers and use them to help you move. If you cancel for telling kids to buy a hooker. Look, sponsors. There's places you could legally rent a hooker, I'm sure. You know, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so coronavirus survival comes with 1.1 million 181-page price tag. Fuck. Someone said Finboy Hooter has had hookers try to steal boy. I kind of want to know on how a hooker tried to steal your boyfriend on that. Intrigued. But yes, remember Michael Floor? Oh, yeah, Michael Floor, the longest hospitalized COVID-19 patient who, when he unexpectedly did not die, was jokingly dubbed the miracle child? Well, they can now also call him the $1 million baby. Floor, 70, who came so close to death in the spring that a night shift nurse held his phone to his ear while his wife and kids said their final goodbyes, is recovering nicely these days at his home in West Seattle. But he says his heart almost failed a second time when he got the bill for his healthcare odyssey the other day. I opened it and said, holy fuck, Floor says. The total tab for his bout with coronavirus, $1.1 million. That number there is incalculable. I'm just going to say $1.1 million. All in one bill that's more like a book because it runs to 181 pages. Bill is technically an explanation of charges because Floor has insurance including Medicare. He won't have to pay the vast majority of it. In fact, because he had COVID-19 and not a different disease, he might not have to pay a thing. A quirk of this situation I'll get to in a minute. But now it's got him and his family and friends marveling at the extreme expense and bizarre economics of American healthcare. We're just kind of going to go through here. I want to just the charge for his room in the ICU was billed at $9,736 per day. Due to the contagious nature of the virus, his room was sealed and could only be entered by medical workers wearing plastic suits and headgear for 42 days in his isolation chamber for a total charge cost of $408,912. He was also on a mechanical ventilator for 29 days with the use of a machine billed at $2,835 per day for a total of $8,215. About a quarter of a bill is drug costs. This just hurts. This just hurts and hurts and hurts. So yes, bill of charges indirectly tells the story of his battle for 2 days when his heart, kidneys, and lungs were all failing. Bill runs for 20 pages and totals nearly 100,000 doctors were throwing everything at me they could think of. In all, there are nearly 3,000 itemized charges, about 50 per day. Usually hospitals only get paid a portion amount they bill. Going through it all, he surprised his own reaction, which was guilt. I feel guilty about surviving, he says. There's a sense of, why me? Why did I deserve all this? Looking at the incredible cost, it all definitely adds to survivor's guilt. So, yeah, fuck, that much money. But the thing is, a lot of this you can tell that there's obvious certain things where it's like, so I am glad that hopefully this will be covered. Again, he said he's on Medicare, and they've said that also this should be covered by people. But some of it, you can tell they were literally throwing to see what sticks, and you can kind of hope it works. I just find it baffling that they itemized all of that and didn't just send it straight to our government. Really quick here. Lol, she was all over him trying to snag herself a sugar daddy. Joke's on her, he was poor and had taste, refused her. Tried every dude we knew, got one, he hawked all her stuff. Okay. That's pretty good. They only charge that much to mild him for loss of people not going to doctors as much. Ooh. Yeah. That's why I am glad I have not. Everyone I know that doesn't like to wear the mask, I'm like, I should show them this article because I wouldn't want to have this list brought to me. I don't want that. They will reduce the bill because they don't want them if they charge you $40 for a Band-Aid. To be fair, half of that was probably a Band-Aid. $500,000. Fuck. Just please be safe, folks. Now to another fucked up story. Oh, hey, somebody brought up Danny Masterson. Hey, I'm gonna tab that for after this. Go to Mexico, it's safer and cheaper. Yeah. So, a man charged with poisoning 8 homeless people in Huntington Beach to record their painful reactions. A man accused of poisoning 8 homeless people in Huntington Beach and recording them having seizure-like symptoms is facing felony charges, prosecutors said Thursday. William Robert Cable of San Andreas. Oh my god. Oh my god. That fucking... Every time I see San Andreas. Why isn't he always so awful? Oh, yep, that was you, Fibro. Fibro. Yes, William Robert Cable of San Andreas allegedly gave victims food laced with Orla Olsen capsaicin. We're just gonna say pepper spray. With pepper spray in mid-May. But according to prosecutors, Cable placed the pepper spray inside food so victims were actually ingesting it. It was okay, double time pepper spray, fuck it. Hey, GTA is funny, man. Fuck you. Okay. Twice as strong pepper spray used by police. Authorities believe there could be other victims and possible suspects involved. Upon eating the tainted food, victims struggled to breathe, vomited, and suffered intense mouth and stomach pain and seizure-like symptoms. According to a DA's office news release, some had to be hospitalized. They were exploited and poisoned as a part of a twisted form of entertainment. Their pain was recorded so they could be relived by their attacker over and over again. District Attorney Todd Spitzer said in the release. It is unclear if the videos were posted somewhere online or viewed in any other way. Prosecutors are not releasing that information and other details since they're asking possible victims and other suspects to come forward and tell their stories. A spokeswoman for DA's office said that releasing certain information could affect the ongoing investigation. According to prosecutors, some victims were told as part of a spicy food challenge, while others were not and completely unaware of the food had been tampered with. One of the victims was an elderly person. Cable's accused of involving a minor in the crimes. Here's my take on it, right? I think one of the punishments, I should say, is he should have to suffer with the same shit they did to him, and then they should have him do jail time. I think every time he eats in prison, I think you should have to take a risk of getting pepper spray food. I'm that depressed. That story is too depressing for me. Oh, fuck. Well, okay. Let's read this. Okay. Danny Masterson, charged of forcibly raping 3 women in his Hollywood Hills home. Actor Danny Masterson, known for his roles in That 70s Show on the Ranch, has been charged of forcibly raping 3 women. I'd heard about, we'll jump to here really quick, because, a 43-year-old actor, 23-year-old woman, 2001, 28-year-old woman in 2003, and then 23-year-old woman that year. Now, we'll get to the point where I'd heard about this really quick. He was ousted from Netflix's The Ranch after allegations were made against him in 2017. At the time, Los Angeles Police Department was investigating the accusations against the actor, seen unreported. The DA's office declined to file sexual assault charges against Masterson in 2 other cases. One case, there's insufficient evidence, and the other, the claim was... Yeah. The crime was alleged to have occurred beyond the statute of limitations period. Masterson. Danny Masterson. Fucking moron. But yes, fuck him. Fuck him. Shit. I got, so far from what I remember, one more depressing story. Then we should have more, we should have some more lighter stories. Okay. Again, warning you, it's gonna be a depressing story. South Dakota couple accused of giving kids meth, shocking them with cattle prods, arrested. South Dakota couple accused of giving 4 children methamphetamine as punishment and shocking with cattle prods has been arrested in Oklahoma. Lance Long, 36, and Crystal Lynn, with 2 N's, Long, 40, are facing 14 counts, including distributing a controlled substance to a minor and abuse or cruelty to a minor in connection with the case. They both made their initial court appearance on Thursday. Captain John Phillips of the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office told KELO the children, a 17-year-old male, 15-year-old female, 13-year-old male, and 11-year-old male, have been abused for at least 3 years. I do have a cattle prod story. I almost said eyebrows, nowhere to be... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she got thin-ass eyebrows. I got a cattle prod story that will lighten up people up for this. The suspects have been giving several children in a household meth and using a hotshot cattle prod to get the children to obey commands. Or if they weren't listening, they get zapped by this hotshot cattle prod. Oh, God. Those ones fucking hurt. According to arrest warrants for the couple obtained by the Argus leader, detective spoke to one of the children who mentioned he recently joined the Marine Corps. The child told his recruitment sergeant about the problems he experienced at home. Oh, I've got a phone call. Hang on. Sorry. Had a thing there. Okay. According to the arrest warrants, the couple obtained by the Argus leader... Okay. Sergeant told his recruitment sergeant about the problems he experienced at home, who in turn phoned one of his relatives. A family member had been phoned authorities on the matter, which prompted an investigation earlier this month. Officers then spoke further with a child who mentioned that his older sibling had been abused by Long. Claims were investigated, but nothing ever happened, so they never tried again to report the abuse because they were afraid it would make things worse for them, like it did for his sister. So, yeah. I can tell a cattle prod story to kind of cheer up the audience, as it were. So, this relates to when I was living with my parents. It was my parents, me, and my cousin, and he was, I believe he was like 17 at the time, and we were in this home improvement store. Fuck it, an Ace Hardware. So we're at an Ace Hardware, and it's kind of a bigger one because we live in a small town. Didn't have a lot of shit, and inside this Ace Hardware there were cattle prods, and we didn't think too much of it. We were walking through, and we see my cousin just kind of like dip off a little bit, and we don't think too much of it. And suddenly, as we're walking down, we hear him scream bloody fucking murder, and that's him. That is him, genuinely, sapped himself, he fell on the floor. The fuck happened to while I was gone, the reason why I was supposed to... This one wasn't supposed to... Yeah. So, my cousin zapped himself with a cattle prod. That's pretty much all I have of that story. He zapped himself with a cattle prod. Okay. So, I'm gonna go through and just delete the stories I have covered already. Just to kind of... Okay. So, we're getting rid of some of these stories here. No, we only got a few more left. Okay. This is what we'll go for. Did he zapped himself. He fucking shocked himself. Really quick, before we do this, I'm gonna go grab a new bottle of water because I am out of liquid drink. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're going to really quick pull up a song here. We'll just do some. Yeah, it's not all right. All right, we're gonna be on break for about a minute or two because I need to get something to drink. So I will be right back shortly. Okay, I'm back. If you haven't played Devil May Cry 5 yet, go play it. Seriously, after the stream, go buy Devil May Cry 5 though. Giving it a couple more seconds because I like the song. Devil May Cry 5 is one of the best things from this fucking generation, and you should play it. I'm letting it play. I'm trying to get to the next chorus while I pull up some more stuff really quick. It is a very nice song. I love this right here. Sorry. Alright. We'll slowly roll this down a little more. It's a great fucking game, though. It's one of the best of this generation. I'll keep praising it. Alright. Sorry. We might end the stream with that. How about that? We might end the stream with it. Or, oh, something really quick to cover. They put the good Silent Hill game soundtracks, except for the first one. First one's on here. On Spotify again, so we'll end with that. Fuck it. Yeah, okay, so covered that story. Alright, we only got about 3 more stories. So we'll cover the thumbnail. How about that? Man tormented by mystery pizza deliveries to his house for almost a decade. Roman Polanski. Oh, Roman Polanski. That man is a piece of fucking work. Even though I love his movies. I'll tell you what. I'll have a little Roman Polanski tangent at the ass end of the stream. How about that? It turns out there's such a thing as too much pizza. A Belgian man says he's been receiving mysterious pizzas that he never ordered for over a decade. Okay. While it may initially seem like an annoying prank, the victim says he's received so many pizzas over the years that he shakes every time he hears a scooter coming down the street. Jean Van Lind, 65-year-old resident of Turnhout, says delivery drivers bring pizza to his doors at all hours of day and the night, the Independent reports. This has repeatedly been going on for almost a decade, and he says he has no idea why. Okay. Initially, we believed there was some sort of mistake with his address and correct delivery address. Unfortunately, the food kept arriving, even sometimes multiple times of a day. While he mostly receives pizzas, other fast food items have also been included in the order. One day, he received 10 different delivery drivers coming to his place on the same day. One of his deliveries was 14 pizzas. It's hard to feel bad for laughing, but also it's funny as shit. I cannot sleep anymore. I start shaking anytime I hear a scooter on the street, he told a local news outlet. I dread that someone will come and drop off hot pizzas yet another time. Adding another odd layer to the mystery's effect, one of Langham's friends who lives 20 miles away has also been suffering from similar mystery deliveries. This has led authorities to believe the culprit must be someone who the two men both know. Unfortunately, for now, the cause remains a mystery. So, okay, here's something intriguing, right? And here's a couple things that, I mean, personally, I love pizza. The amount of pizza, as long as it's good pizza, I would not complain. I just, that's me. But yeah, like the Mook just said, why would you not contact these shops and say, hey, look, I'm not ordering this shit. I never have ordered a single one of these. Why don't you realize? I have a strange theory, right? This would be a good idea for a movie. Somebody write this down. So secretly, all of the pizza shops are just doing this to everybody, right? Like, they're doing it to this guy, they're doing it to that guy, they're doing it to that guy, and that guy, and this guy, and this guy. And they're all doing it to try to get a little bit more money each month. I don't know. If I was a company in a small town like this, I'd be doing that. I'd be like, okay, how do I get all the money? That's what I'd be doing. It's an intriguing idea. I just don't know what the fuck is going on. See, like, who is sending this many pizzas to a 65-year-old man? Who? Tie into it. I'd watch it. I've covered this one. Yeah, we'll cover. Well, I should also. I guess if I'm doing this one. Yeah, this dude's name. Chris. Okay. So he sounds dead. Trying to find the allegations. Here we go. Okay. So Chris D'Elia accused of soliciting. You'll know who this guy is if you'll know this guy from this clip.
Of course I'm on torrent. I'm driving a Porsche over the floorboards, over the 4 points, while you're in the 4 torrents, getting an abortion and a divorce at the same time to hear us affording. Look what I'm planning. I'm planning to do all this while you're panicking, and you're looking and staring at mannequins, and I'm going to fannikins trying to get up a planikins. All of the planikins, panikins. Well, all of the
So yes, you'll know who this dude is. He's a famous comedian. Let me see if the latest comments are. Apparently, I'll quote this from 20 minutes ago. I'm disheartened and shocked to see so many people unfairly calling Chris D'Elia a comedian. Okay, that's fair. Him and Logan Paul got in an argument, and guess who won? Logan Paul, the Teflon Don of YouTube. I don't like saying that he's a Teflon Don at this point, but I still can't believe Netflix cast Christiella as a pedophile in season two of You, like the literal irony. Imagine getting owned by a 16-year-old girl. And we'll just... Chris, his email's blocked off, 2014. Send me a pic. Sent from my iPhone. She sent a photo of a panda. Hahaha, the fucking panda, dick. They're very exotic. Sent from my iPhone. Folks, please change your one thing. I'm in Tempe, Arizona. Let's hang. You gonna meet up tonight? Yes. Can we make out? Imagine being 16 and being groomed by a stand-up comedian twice your age. The only reason you never met up and got physically molested. You'd gotten a boyfriend your own age. For the longest time, I thought it was embarrassing for me that I was interacting with this older man, but he was the one who DM'd me on Twitter, and the one who was twice my age, and the one that used the power imbalance between us to his advantage to fuck Christiella. I'm also definitely not the only underage girl he did this to, just an FYI. But for the longest time, it was just a funny story to tell at parties when I realized what happened wasn't normal, and that was and could be doing this to younger girls. It's my job to say something. Fuck you, Christiella, and also Netflix. I highly doubt casting this creep as a pedophile was a coincidence. At least I got to see him fake die. Yeah, Mans was emailing. If you're that horny, you're sending emails. Bruh. Okay. Kind of going through. Hello, friend. Hey, have you ever come to LA? We should blank. I was there a couple weeks ago. Where you live? Arizona. How are we supposed to make out that? Oh, dude. Dude, a rocket mail. Oh, no. He used rocket mail. So, him to this girl when she was 17. Good. So now, how long do I have to wait for this naked sex tape? Oh, no, dude. Dude. No. No, dude. Oh, no. Dude. Okay. Let's keep reading this a little bit more if there's any tweets I never... He solicited nudes off me when I was 17 years old and constantly messaged me when he was touring Vancouver. Ooh, dude, no. No. I actually liked him as a comedian, which fucking sucks. List him perform and casually said I could meet him in his car behind the building and suck his dick. He made an excuse and never showed up. Alright, y'all. Went back to my 2011 Facebook Messenger and found my DMs from Christiella being creepy and persisted me when I was 17. More in thread. Oh, boy. Alright. Dan would have liked to go on. I'm in Greenwood Village, south of Denver. Comments from Golden. What are you doing? Like now? Yep, just chilling at home. You enjoying Colorado? Bored? How old are you anyway? 17. Ah, too young. Winky face. Oh, no. Dude, no. No. These were just allegations. But we do have some more. We should text fuck Facebook. $30 and all. Assistant. Yeah, I would say allegations, but there is let's read this. I know I said things dumb people offend. Okay. Oh, dude, this reads double speak. This reads double speak already. Let me take a drink. All right. Comedian / actor Christiella has spoken on allegations he harassed underage girls on social media. I know I have said and done things that might have offended people during my career, but I have never knowingly pursued any underage woman at any point, Yale said in a statement obtained by Deadline. All of my relationships have been both legal and consensual and never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos. Photos? Let's add that. Photos. exchange any inappropriate photos with the people who've tweeted about me. That said, I am truly sorry. I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. My own fault. I own it. I've been reflecting on this for some time now, and I promise I'll do better. Okay. So... Okay. Let's peep this out for a second. Let me take another drink. Okay. So right there, he says that he never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos. And a lot of these do back that up when you don't see them sharing addresses. You don't really see them sharing photos. But there's a lot of conversations with a lot of young... Okay. Talked about Chris D'Ello when he stayed in my hotel 2 years ago. He called for help with his AC unit, then exposed himself to a woman who went for help. Went to help, and then he tried to get her to come back into the room. PC/post, please leave me anonymous. It was in Cleveland, Ohio during a show in early 2018. Oh boy. So, at the very least, my underage friend, and she messaged him on Instagram saying she loved the show, but she was low-key Instagram famous, and he asked her and I to come back to his hotel room to cuddle with him. He's disgusting. At the very least, this statement did not do any help for him. Like, yeah, he's saying all of my relationships, which you could phrase it as like public-facing dating. So, like, you could say, oh, well, he's dating X celebrity. That's a relationship. He was messaging Y random girl. But they weren't dating, so that's not a relationship. So yes, while all of his relationships could be consensual and could be, legal and all that, that's there, right? That is up here. That is there. But then he says, I have never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with the people who have tweeted about me. That there implies that he has had the conversations at least. And he's admitting to it. He's not thinking about it, but he's admitting to it. You might not... Okay, how do I word this? What he just said there, he probably didn't think about it, but his mind did. His mind slipped up and said, well, I may have had the conversations, but I never met him, and I never exchanged any appropriate photos with him. And then here he practically, without saying it, admits to it. Okay. That being said, I am truly sorry. I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. That's my fault. I own it. I've been reflecting on this for some time now, and I promise to continue to do better. So, yeah. Probably a not good thing to say in public. Hire someone to write your statements for you next time, Chris. Or at the very least, hire somebody who, hire somebody smarter than who wrote that for you. Because, cool boy. What'd you walk into? You walked into me reviewing Chris D'Elmo's statement on his innocence, which was not a statement. So somebody brought up earlier. I don't have. Well, I've also got this here, which I'll read out as well because why not? Former Batgirl co-writer Cameron Stewart accused of grooming teenage girls. This guy wrote for one of the worst Batgirl runs, so not surprising that he's a fucking creepo. Artist and model Avia Mai has accused comics writer and artist Cameron Stewart, best known for his run as co-writer on Batgirl, of grooming her as a teenager. According to tweets posted by Mai on Twitter earlier this week, he met Stewart when she was 16 and when he was in his early 30s. So they flirted via text, went on one date in 2009 and stayed in contact for some time after. We met when I was 16 and he was in his 30s, maybe 32. It was 2009, Mai tweeted. We flirted by text and went on one date in 2009. I was 16. We stayed quote-unquote friends for a long time after that, and he sometimes texted David he missed a chance to date me. couple of really uncomfortable times. She continued, took me a long time to realize what had actually happened, what he was doing, that we were never actually friends. I'm only posting this because he worked on a lot of comics directly aimed at young girls and women, and I want them to know what kind of person he is. It's never felt like a quote-unquote good time to say this because there isn't one. But I'm saying it anyway. That's it. Now you know. This is for Batgirl. You're thinking of Batwoman. Nobody really knows why Ruby Rose quit that show. And I don't personally get why she quit the show, because Arrowverse brings a lot of fucking money. It's a consistent job. So yeah. Kate Leaf, there's a link to more info here. I just want to back Ava up by saying this happened to me too. I still have a drawing of death he drew me on a piece of hotel stationery. I was 19, he was 32. Yeah. Guys, don't do this shit. Okay, tell you what, we'll talk about Roman Polanski really quick, just because we got one more story, and I kind of just want to go through it. Roman Polanski is my biggest case of I love the art, I hate the artist. Roman Polanski is a fucking scumbag. I genuinely love some of his films. I'm very fond of Rosemary's Baby. I think it's one of the peak horror films of its time. I think that other films he's made, like I'm a big fan of Macbeth. I think it was pretty well made. I think that one of his recent films, The Pianist, good movie, good movies, but he's a fucking scumbag. Of course, he was connected to Sharon Tate during the fucking Manson murders. If you know about that, you know, she fucking got murdered, and he left Europe, but he left the United States for Europe. But he's a fucking disgusting scumbag. He is genuinely a rapist. He pled guilty to rape. He's a fugitive of the United States justice system. He's genuinely a fucking prick, and whatever he gets is, whatever comes to him in his future is too good. Also, yep, he did The Pianist. Again, Pianist, great film. Great film. Directed by a goddamn scumbag. I didn't want to open that in a new window. Why did you make me open that in a new window? Okay, fuck it. Woody Allen. Woody fucking Allen. I love even his more recent films. Midnight in Paris. I think Blue Jasmine. Great film. Great films. But he's a genuine scumbag. He's done. I mean, they have. First, Soon Yi Previn. Let me just read this part about Woody Allen's story. What's my stance on separating art from the artist? I'm with it to a certain point. I'll always know that Woody Allen films are directed by Woody Allen, and I'll always know that he's a fucking scumbag. Yes, in 1977, Mia Farrow and Andre Previn adopted Soon Yi Previn from Seoul, South Korea. She had been abandoned. The Seoul Family Court established a family census register, legal birth document, on her behalf on December 28th, 1976, the presumptive birth date of October 8th, 1970. According to Marine Orth, a bone scan of the United States determined she was between 5 and 7 years old. According to Previn, her first friendly interaction with Allen took place when she was injured during a soccer game during her junior year of high school, and Allen offered to transport her to school. After her injury, she began attending the New York Knicks basketball games with Allen in 1990. They attended more games by 1991 and had become closer. In September 1991, she began studies in Drew University in New Jersey. And in January 1992, Farrow had found nude photographs of Previn in Allen's home. Alan, Vin 56, told Farrow he had taken the photos the day before, approximately 2 weeks after he had first had sex with Previn. Okay. Both Farrow and Alan contacted lawyers shortly after the photographs were discovered. Previn was asked to leave summer camp because she was spending too much time taking calls from a quote-unquote Mr. Simon, who turned out to be Alan. In August 1992 interview with Times Magazine, Alan said, "I'm not Suni's father or stepfather," adding, "I've never even lived with Mia, never in my entire life slept at Mia's apartment. I never even used to go over there until my children came along 7 years ago. I never had any family dinners over there. I was not a father to adopted kids in any sense of a word. And that Suni never treated him as a father figure, and that he rarely spoke to her before their romantic relationship. Alan seemed to have no or few problems with their relationship." So yeah, they got married. It's fucking weird. It is weird. And to this day, they are still married. There's also a ton of different allegations. Yeah. It's just, there's a lot going on with this. Do I still, how do I word this? I still respect him as a director. I still respect, I mean, Annie Hall is a fucking classic, and I would be lying if I didn't say that I love that fucking movie. But it is hard for me to look at that film without acknowledging Woody Allen's a fucking creep. I'm curious what, when you drink, what do I usually drink? Cheap, horrifyingly cheap vodka. Like the kind of vodka that people who die penniless drink. That's the kind of vodka I drink whenever I do drink. I don't drink a ton, but that's like, if you throw me booze, that's what I drink. I will go for horrific cheap shit. Hey, I want it to taste like paint thinner, thank you. Okay, I think we've got, yeah, we got all the stories except for this one out of the way. This one will be a little intriguing. Man 82 killed in attack by herd of cows in Yorkshire Dales. Cheaper than Tito's. Oh, 3 Olives? 3 Olives is pretty good from what I've had. I haven't had too much of it. More stories soon. I promise. I need to build up more stories because I ran through everything here. A man has died after he was attacked by a herd of cows while walking in the Yorkshire Dales. A man, 82, and his wife, 78, from Pindle, Lancaster, had been walking in Ivsker near Ingleton. Okay, I'll pull up a couple more stories. How about that? Fine. For $2.79 Canadian dollar dues. Although emergency services were called, he was pronounced dead of the scene. His wife was badly bruised and taken to Royal Lancashire Infirmary by air ambulance. 82-year-old man from Foundridge, Pindle. Holy shit. Europe, what is with your naming system? Okay. There's not as much on here. I should do a review of the Turner Diaries. I'll get banned from YouTube. That'll genuinely get me banned. Someone also said, where does Smirnoff lie on my spectrum? Smirnoff lies kind of like, it's fine. There's not much of a happy story here. Come on, Guardian, give me something good. Oh, God. I don't want to get banned, man. I've never read the Turner Diaries, and everything I've heard about it just sounds like I wouldn't enjoy it. Let me scroll through here. For me to play Left 4 Dead Versus? I might do that sometime soon. I'm trying to find interesting stories here. Alright, let's cross forward. Okay. Well, let's find a couple more here. Oh, I've got something to talk about with that. Okay. All right. Tell you what, we'll read a. We're getting a shit of U.S. government. If you got a link to that, I'll take a look into it. Although I'll remind you, Google is giving me the money at the end of this stream, so I'll be very nice to Google. Please don't kill me. But let's read this here. Madrid police break up cocaine hotline delivery service. Oh, Christ. Allegedly used a call center and a fleet of motorbikes to ferry the drug to more than 2,000 customers with a guaranteed delivery time of 20 minutes. Oh, holy shit. These are faster than Pizza Hut. I'm kind of intrigued on how this worked and how something on this scale. Instead of delivering to homes, it's a range of drugs be handed over in supermarkets close to where distributors lived. While movements was very restricted during the beginning of confinement, people have always been allowed out to buy food. That makes sense. A complex setup in which phone orders relayed to a network of 25 distributors in 8 different parts of the Spanish capital. Cane was then delivered to a customer's home or workplace. Holy shit. That's kind of impressive in like a weird, fucked up way. Yeah, if you wanted to bump, speed and manner in which the transactions were carried out led them to suspect this wasn't the usual modus operandi. Subsequent surveillance and inquiries established as a criminal organization dedicated to the distribution of cocaine using a coke hotline. Alright. Over here. So this is a topic I've talked to people I know in real life, and I've told them this is how it's gonna be, but nobody wanted to listen to me. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Fulci says the U.S. still in first wave, and 6 states see record COVID-19 cases. I am not registering. Fuck you. Sorry. So yes, I've told many people I know we're rushing to get open. We are speed running a virus, and I've told them many times it's not gonna work. Shrimp Ring Foundation. I don't know. That image is kind of blurry as hell. Yeah. North Carolina, South Carolina, and Alabama reportedly set new highs on 7-day rolling average of COVID-19 cases. Many states have allowed some businesses and public spaces to reopen after months of restrictions. As New York and other places are coming down, others are going up. Fauci is also director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. They were concerned about it, despite Oklahoma's rising. Yeah, no, everybody is rushing to desperately open, and I get it. I really do. But we are going to hit a second wave of shutdown. And it's not, I don't think it's the fault of people wanting to be open, and I get it, I do. But you're going to see so many states rush to get open, like my state is doing. I live in Indiana, it's no secret. And they have been trying to desperately just get in to just, it's fucked. Yes and no, but we're gonna be more fucked. No safety. The thing is, nobody genuinely planned for any of this shit to happen. It has been. How do I word this? It has shown that every country was not planned for something on this scale. We have. I think we have no genuine setup in any country I've seen, except for maybe New Zealand. New Zealand had it on point. But they're just rushing to open. They're speeding through. And I have this feeling that we are going to go into another stay-at-home order, the likes of which will last far longer than 6 weeks. If you think that this is going to, like, how do I word this? If you think that we are not, taking a risk, I can understand where you're coming from, but I also think that it's like, just, it's too far. It's too early for us. The United States is massive. And I think that, also, most other say that she was president, she would have done it better. Oh, nobody had a. The thing is, like, I know Obama had a pandemic team. I saw about a minute ago. The thing is also, you got to think, like, Canada didn't have a plan. Mexico didn't have a plan. Most of the countries, most of these big countries, United Kingdom had, I believe it didn't have a good, solid plan. I think that if we're not careful, human nature is to rush, if that makes sense. That just, it's a panic, and I guess the best way I can say, it is like, it's a panic to get in and a panic to get out. I handled Ebola. I mean, it's fair. 2 new cases from New Zealanders coming from the UK. On Auckland. I hope it doesn't spread, but it might be too late. I think from what I've seen from New Zealand, they've been really good at containing, like keeping people safe, keeping people protected. Japan. Let's look at let's look at COVID-19. So, new cases reported since previous day. This is my state. And boy, that rush to open is going to start to show. It's starting to show right about here, because they started to open about, let's say, yeah, they had it about May 23rd is when they started to open. And then, oop. This is my state, but we're going to look at, worldwide, just new cases. You can see, these numbers are still going up. And these are new cases worldwide from each day shows new cases reported since the previous day. There's 100,000 new cases each day in the world. That's a little, I don't know. I don't want to sound like, I don't want to sound crazy. I don't want to sound nutty. But I think when you look at those kind of numbers and you say, there's 100,000 new cases each day, maybe we shouldn't try to rush things. Maybe we should try to slow it down. Let's look at like my state. New cases this day. We added 250 new cases. Let's look at show all. 23,000 new cases. I think that, how do I word this? Yeah, worldwide confirmed. 8,003,000 deaths in the last day. 118,000 infected in the last day. 23,000 of those from the United States. 2.2 million of the United States. If I didn't have to go to work, if I didn't have bills I had to pay, and if I was getting proper support on those bills from our United States government, or any country's government for that matter. Speaking of, I just remembered I have to pay on a credit card. But no, like, I am worried about our long-term goals. And obviously, I get wanting to be open. I do. Some people are doing it politically. I have seen people who have said, "Oh, it's a Democrat conspiracy," or "Oh, it's a Republican conspiracy," or "Oh, it's a this conspiracy." Let's worry about conspiracies when we're out of this shit. When we're not in the whole panic mode kind of thing. Let's worry about that when we're, I don't know, safe. That sounds like a reasonable thing to worry about then. Um, I don't like people that consider it a conspiracy. Well, you know what I mean. I'm throwing that there as a like. We should be worried about our people, and we should be worried about taking care of humanity before we start throwing like who's who on the blame scale. I think. I think that we have people. I have people around me who have they have family members who are in nursing homes that are stuck around people that have this virus, and every day around those people is kind of like a kind of playing Russian roulette if you get it. You've also got our healthcare industry who nobody's taking care of, nobody's actually doing the serious kind of work to keep safe. And when I say nobody, I mean state governments, state, local, federal, etc. I think that we really need to worry about our people and keeping everybody safe. I love we're moving to level 3. Shops open at level 2 and vulnerable come out of hiding at level 1. Have to keep vulnerable has to work tomorrow. Oof. Keep laying off healthcare workers. Exactly. And also, yeah, immunocompromised people are having, you already have a hard time around this year, because, I have allergies, and trying not to sneeze, just so I don't look like I'm infected with some horrific shit, because I have a pollen issue, and I have a dust issue. It's hard. It really is. I've been trying to push anything on businesses demonized, though. So some of, we've had quarantine laws for a very long time. They exist for a reason. Nobody wants another Spanish flu. Problem is, we are getting a Spanish flu. We have a Spanish flu that makes Spanish flu look like the common cold. I do take daily allergy meds. It's fucked. I think my last little bit on the COVID-19 thing is, admittedly, I don't entirely follow all the rules. My girlfriend lives out of town. I go visit her. I go see her. But of course, I take my precautions. I take I try to distance myself from people as much as possible. I try to do all that. I sanitize. I wipe things down. Some people do not take those fucking precautions. Hang on. Ignore the... Here we go. I want to shame some people here, and I'm assuming it's nobody in my chat. I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough. Fuck it. Here we go. I don't want to save image. That's Nick Bates. Okay. I do have a girlfriend. Sorry, Sims. But yeah, no. If you see this mask or these people here, yeah, don't cut a hole in it. Don't fucking don't cut a goddamn hole in your mask. Don't do that shit. How do you people live? Yeah, no, if you catch people doing this, laugh at them. People who do it behind the nose or under the nose. Upside down, below the nose. Guys, just try to be safe. Yep. Wear your mask all the way up, close the bridge. If you see people doing that, I see people doing it all the time at work, and one of them, I just know he's an idiot because I've dealt with him. But I don't know, just like interpreters, but I think, oh yeah, there are clear masks that you can actually buy. It's I don't get people like of course Just do that. There you go. Just wear something. Anything that's not. Anything that is just not, fucking up and. What the fuck? Yeah. I'm gonna try to take the mask off. To be fair, I only do that if I have to yell really loud. But then I grab from above, grab from under, lift up, and then close it. But no, that's kind of all I have now at this point. I like that image. But yeah, all right. Although, damn it. God damn it. So difficult. Yeah, so some people, like, you really gotta kind of yell loudly. That effective, it just looks like, I do agree, but just to even, like, even 1% chance that it can save, just try to save that 1% chance. I say, think about it like this, right? If you get lucky and you genuinely save, if you genuinely save your life with just that 1%, that's something. That is something, and I think that we should be focusing on the positives. All right, so let's recap a little bit of a stream a little bit. We talked about a ton of crazy different stories. I brought up just everything. I think also, yeah, The Last of Us 2. I shouldn't spoil that. Okay, we'll just go here. Fuck it. Any funny if it is Blade being? To be fair, I did show off Blade's teeth. I don't remember if you saw that. Let me just type in. Like type. Full complete update. Okay. Okay. Oh, we'll give it a second here. These. You want to see his teeth? Fuck it. I'll show his teeth. Show his teeth. Or yeah, that's good enough. That's his front teeth. Okay, so yeah, I will also be streaming this weekend. Hopefully with my girlfriend. I think she'll be down to stream with me. I will be streaming The Last of Us 2 and completely mocking it. I have seen all the leaks now. I've even seen the ending of the game. I know what it's going to be. I'm not excited for it. But I'm going to rent it, and yeah, no, guys, just brush your teeth every day, at the very least. Floss too. Don't be like this. He doesn't take care of himself. I also I've got a photo of his feet. Well, his leg. This is a hole in his leg that is stuffed with something. Oh, to play Outlast 2. You might do that after I do The Last of Us. Toe is healing. Toe looks better. It doesn't look good, but it looks better. Oh, god damn it. Hey, Restream, why does your app always want to go full screen whenever I hit F11 near it? Tell you what, we will... Okay, it's just glitched. Bravo, Noel, your website's fucked. Noel, you feeder, fix your website. I know it will be. I'm obsessed. Storyline is great. For sure, me playing it. Do it. Oh yeah, I still have on the Kiwi Farms Deadpool really quick. I'm still putting this out there. Only use me Blade, alcohol poisoning. I have an on streamer off August 18th. If he croaks before August 18th, I lose a bet. Damn it. Go to first on red. Fuck it. Oh, yeah, here he is in the hospital. Oh, okay. Okay. So here is the leg swollen. That's his leg. Apparently there was I'll pull up the exact amount in a second here. There was 1,800 cc's from his leg. 2 liters. 2 liters. 2 liters of fluid in his fucking leg. I don't know what he did become. Blade was. I guess I could quickly describe it. Blade was a pretty good COD commentator back in the day. Like, he was really good at doing weird shit in COD. He only used the knife, and especially in World at War, that was fucking hard. But he dropped out of relevancy. Now, I do have a photo that he edited to add a smiley face, but if you want to see what happens with the hole... Oh, okay. Alright, Blade did post this and was the one to draw a face on his newest leg hole. Okay, if you guys want to see what his leg hole looks like, 1 for leg hole, 2 for no leg hole. There we go. Alright. 1 for leg hole, 2 for no. I will only be taking votes with 1 or 2. 2 votes for 1, 3 votes for 1, 1 vote for 2, 4, 5, 2 for 2, 5 for 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I got 10, I got 11, I got now 2 for 2. Okay. Alright, folks, I'm going to show it. If you're not ready to see it, I will give you a 6-second warning. Alright? This is to see Blade's leg hole. If you don't want to see it, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, showing it now. That is Blade's leg. I warned you. Fucking warned you. It's gross. It's still on screen. It is still on screen. Still on screen. Waiting for chat to get reactions before I decide to exit out of this image. I will tell you when it's not on screen. Here's a warning. It is still on fucking screen. That's his fucking leg. It's a whole bunch of bloody bandages. It's fucking gross. I'm gonna keep showing this on screen for about 10 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. If you don't want to see it, you can come back on stream and look back at normal chat. Yeah, no, Blade is losing it. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that you walked in on that. Yeah, but Blade is gross. Let's go to page 18. Continue on. So yeah, he did pop on PKA, which for those of you who don't know, PKA is the it's the original Wings podcast that they did. Any good clips? Here, we'll talk about him cuckolding a fan. How about that? Let's listen to this from PKA.
To his wife in front of you, and then he and his wife went around, and you and his wife looked like you were hitting on her, and you may have kissed her. I'm not 100% sure about that.
He
comes
was
down
in a
the
hospital.
stairs
He's out of a hospital
totally
now.
cucked and a little demoralized. What's the full story there? Is that about it?
Sure. Basically, I'll assess what you basically just said. Super fan met me at a Twitch meetup in Kansas City, and was like, "Hey, I really love this girl." And he pulls out a box.
The Swollen Leg was recent, like
I really
a week or two recent.
I've wanted to propose to her for months, but when I found out you were going to be here, I thought it'd be really cool if I could propose to her in front of you. And I was like, "That's a fucking honor, dude." Like,
I don't know. It looks like dirt, but it could be a tattoo.
I wouldn't propose to a girl at a fucking video arcade, but if that's what you want to do, go.
Yeah,
for
when
it.
I get married, I gotta have Hutch there. I'm a bit of a frankly, I've had the ring in my pocket since I've been on probation, pretty much. And as soon as I'm off, I'm heading to Cali. I'm getting my hands on Hutch, and he's gonna watch me propose
he's fucking
to the love
dying.
of my life. I gotta have him there.
Really quick, if you look at him, he looks. I don't know how to describe it other than like halfway between gaunt and fat.
Watching. Otherwise, it doesn't count. This makes no sense. You realize that, right? You do realize how insane it is to want only use me Blade to watch you get proposed.
Yeah. So,
I love.
Fast forward.
Ludicrous.
Almost, basically I'd say about a year and a half. Okay.
Okay.
They got married. He wanted me to be his best man at his wedding, and I'm like, I can't really make the Oklahoma dude, and I'm sure you know someone way better than me to be your best man. That's a little ridiculous.
CNAN.
That's
my pick.
That is absurd.
You know what?
don't even know him.
I need tapes at my wedding, or else nothing's going on. So, anyways, fast forward. So I'm in Kansas, and it's New Year's. I have been banned off Twitch. Not allowed on Twitch. Not allowed on anybody else's Twitch. And so my buddy Big Fultz is like, "Yeah, we're gonna have like an 8-person force multi-stream crazy New Year's Eve party stream. It's gonna be epic." And I'm like, "That's cool for you guys, but what am I gonna?" He's like, "I got you. You can stream in my basement. It's this unfinished basement with like an elliptical."
Oh, I remember this. I remember the scene.
Yeah. And so while craziness is happening upstairs, downstairs there's just
Kyle's fucking
quietness
face.
and
I'm
me
so
being
sorry.
like, "What's up, guys? New Year's 3 hours. Well, let's do this." And one by one, the people would come from upstairs, downstairs, and want to have a Jaeger shot with me. And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, those
Jaeger
are starting to look not like tattoos.
All these people did this. So between me taking shots for my stream and then free shots for them, I get pretty drunk. Well, down waddles girl. Her name's Cherokee.
Wow.
And she is...
Said the pot to the kettle?
Yeah. Actually, I've slimmed down, and it's not because I'm just a boozer.
You really have.
Actually, at the hospital, I weighed 243. So.
And how tall are you? I know you're taller than me.
You're
6'2".
really tall.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
So anyways, she comes down and she's pretty drunk, and she starts like kind of like eye fucking me. I'm like, your husband's up there, and there's a camera right there, but that didn't stop her. And so I instigated a lot of it, but basically we started making out, and I groped her a little bit, and it got this perfect angle because it was me kissing her, and in between our necks, you could see Crispy come down the stairs, and then we parted our necks, and he just looked devastated. Rightfully so. I would be devastated the same way.
You're in his house, right?
No. He was in Fultz's house. It was neither one of our houses.
He wants you to be his best man.
Yeah, or did. No, they're
so does she.
So they're married at this point.
They're married at this point.
Oh, they're married. Okay.
They're married.
Were you the best man? Just to clear that up quickly.
No, I
didn't.
Make it.
Okay, too bad.
I couldn't make it to Oklahoma City. I was really busy.
And obviously it's insane, so you weren't going anyway.
So do you know what happened to their marriage?
Oh, they got divorced.
Oh, thank you.
That's awful.
To Oren. Thank you.
90% regret because it's super fucked up and not cool. I would never want to like. You know what? I think I have enough respect for every single one of you guys that if you had a significant other, I wouldn't. You no matter how drunk I'd be.
Yeah, I was Leia's husband, and they're divorced.
Friends of your wives, I wouldn't do it. And also, I'm pretty sure your girlfriend.
I appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure your girlfriend wouldn't be down anyways. So cool. Okay. But there's this small part of me where she didn't and kind of instigated. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she was like, no, and I like forced myself on her.
That's true.
She was into it.
She was definitely into it. I've like at first when Woody asked the question, I didn't remember this, but when you talked about the unfinished basement, it clicked for me, and it just played in front of in my brain, in my mind's eye. I watched it just now as you were describing it.
Yep.
That was an epic clip.
So the next, obviously I'm hungover. And obviously, I don't even like to check any of this stuff, the Reddits, the anything, because literally, like, if I do something bad,
to me, I missed too much. You don't like to watch any of this stuff?
I don't like to check.
Oh,
like,
we switched to Only Leaves Me Blade. We're about to end the stream after this.
Social, if I did something fucked up the night before. Okay. And I knew I did something fucked up the night before because it went past that. It went to live stream fails. If I get on live stream fails, I know I fucked up because that's a fucking massive audience. And so the whole day I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I don't want this phone call. Because I know what it's going to be. Keem's going to call me and fucking yell at me for half an hour. Be like, dude, you got to stop drinking. What the fuck were you thinking? So finally, Keem fucking called. And he is laughing hysterically as soon as I pick up the phone. I'm like, what? He's just like, you're a goddamn legend. No one can make that shit up. She was married, dude, and the husband was right there. That was fucking hilarious, dude. That was cool.
That was incredible.
He's like, I'm like, I thought you'd be mad, dude. He's like, I'm not mad. That was fucking amazing. And like that girl had fucking willpower. She could have been like, no, but she fucking chose to do that because she's a hoe. So fuck, that was. And I'm like, that's the phone call? Okay, cool.
Man, that poor guy.
If it hadn't been Blade sliding in there, it'd have been some 360 no scoper or some montage. Zergriz would have slid in there.
Anyone with a KD over 2, quite frankly.
Any trick shotter out there. There'd been she'd have probably went as low as a Battlefield montage maker. Somebody like
Grizz would have
not even a COD player.
Grizz would have 720 faking his way into that fat gash.
God damn it. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of all I got for the night. But I will say this: I'm gonna be streaming more soon. I also it automatically went back there. Thanks, Window Capture 3. A body pillow. There we go. Is from Boku no Pico. That's Monkey Jones holding that. But But no, I'm gonna be streaming more soon. I'm gonna play something from I think is it Silent Hill 4? Is this a good one? Yeah, fuck it. I'll link the song on Spotify because it's a good song. It's a good series. Play the Silent Hill games. What else do I have? I'm gonna be streaming Last of Us 2 this weekend for sure, just to make fun of it. I got a new video hopefully next week. I'm gonna try to have it out by Friday for my patrons. There is a Patreon link down below. Mr. Lab, where you be streaming? I'll be streaming this weekend on Twitch. I'll make sure to mention it on I'll do like a little video beforehand. I shall, Egyptian, and peace on you, Aaron. I don't have much else other than that, so yeah, take it easy, folks. I will see y'all next time. I'm gonna let the music play out. Actually, we'll have to pick a different song, because there's only about a minute left. Fuck, hang on. Okay, you know what? I like the song, but I think even I have to admit that I played it earlier. And you know what? Fuck it, it's a good song. I'll let that play out. Give me 1 second. There we go. We'll skip to when lyrics come in at 38 seconds. Oh, also thank you, Fibro, for the $1 super chat. Have a good night, everybody. Let me just put the right text. Nope. Hey. Go there. All right. And with that, I am done for the night. Take it easy. Be safe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.